we are good to go. Hello folks, how are we doing? It is new Lego day, and you know what that means. We've got new Lego to build. I am very, very excited. So excited that I've launched straight into this without checking that you can both see and hear me. So I'm hoping that you can. Let me know down in the chat on both YouTube and TikTok that you can see and hear me, and we've not got any technical issues, but I think we're good. Just as a reminder as well, this is the first one in the new era where we're not simulcasting onto Twitch as well, so we're just using the block party accounts for these ones, and that's the way things are going to be going forward. So if you are new, make sure you hit the subscribe button, whether you're watching live or watching on the stream replay. If you're on YouTube, hit subscribe. If you're on TikTok, follow along, and yeah, leave a thumbs up, all that kind of stuff. You know what to do. It's the internet. You know what to do. I know what to do as well. Look at this bad boy. I am so very, very excited. Hold on. I'm so excited that I can't see TikTok. So let's just make sure we've got TikTok on there as well. There you go. Now I'm very, very excited because we have this absolutely incredible set that the moment this was announced, I knew I would be streaming it today on launch day, because it is for me. When I was a kid, my favourite TV show was Batman the Animated Series. I absolutely adored it. For them to make a set that can fit perfectly on the wall of the new Lego room, that is a full Gotham City based on the animated show with some minifigs from the animated show as well. Oh my word, I am so happy. I've never made one of these Lego art sets before, so I'm a little apprehensive about all of the having to put certain bits in the right places on a massive board thing, but I think we'll get through it, and we are going to make something absolutely awesome that is going to look incredible on the Lego room wall. Let me know down in the comments, have you got this one? If not, have you picked up anything shiny and new today? If you've not already seen the 1st of April vlog, you'll see that we went a little bit bonkers. It was our last day of going bonkers. We have to behave ourselves with the Lego from now on, but we picked this up. We picked up the Dungeons and Dragons set as well, and I got a few new sets. We got the rest of the Legoland exclusive things. I had a jolly good time, and yeah, I cannot wait to get stuck into it. So let's get stuck into it. Let's just say hello to the chat as well, just to see what's going on in the chat. Felix is already on bag 8 and says it's a fun build. That's good to know. Definitely been looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to this as well. I'm very, very excited. You have May the 4th coming up. Can't stop now. I'm not a Star Wars fan, so May the 4th means nothing to me because I'm not a Star Wars fan. If they bring out some other stuff then as well, then yeah, but I'm not into Star Wars, so I'm not expecting to spend a lot of money on May the 4th. How much did this cost? I don't actually know how much it retailed for because I got it with my Lego Insider points. I paid for the Dungeons and Dragons ones with human money, but this one was paid for entirely by Lego Insider points. I think it's around 250. I want to say. I'm sure there's going to be somebody down in the chat who can confirm exactly how much it was, but yeah, I was lucky enough to have accumulated enough insiders points to not actually have to pay for this one with human money, which is jolly good. How am I so loaded? You might not be able to see on TikTok all the YouTube plaques behind me. A very successful man. Let's have a look on the back. So this is what we're going to be making. The minifigs, lots of little secret Easter eggs hidden within this. I'm trying to decide which end is the best one to open. This is definitely a box that I want to be keeping hold of. So let's be very, very careful about how we open the box up so that we don't destroy it. Oh my word! There we have the traditional start of the stream. All of the bags falling out all over and going everywhere. Because this is... How many pieces is this? Have I even looked at how many pieces it is? This is 4,210 pieces, so it's not quite as big as the Camp Nou set was, but it's still pretty big. Right, similar to Camp Nou as well, I think the ones that aren't in the box are all the higher numbers. So we're going to put all these ones back and work on the white box to begin with. So we'll get this one open as well. Yeah, we'll put these ones away for now, and we're going to work on the white one. I am planning on streaming this again tomorrow, so I might be being a little ambitious, but my plan at the moment is to get it done by tomorrow night. So these are tomorrow night's bags. Like I said, it might be a bit ambitious, but I figure it's going to be quite a straightforward build. That's my thinking. How many bags in total? I don't know how many are in total, but that's bag 44. So that might be the last bag. Who knows? Quite a lot of bags is the answer to that question. Lachlan, thank you very much for the, is that a super chat? A super thanks? I don't know all the YouTube streaming terminology yet. Did I finish the stadium? I did finish the stadium. The full build of that is available as VODs over on YouTube. Too much Lego in this video. No such thing as too much Lego. Right, there we go. So, we have instruction books here. So have a little so we've got multiple instruction books. We have a sticker sheet. There is a quite extensive sticker sheet. So quite a lot of stickers. Make sure TikTok can see that as well. And then we have two very meaty instruction manuals. So I guess to answer the question about how many bags there are, yeah, number 44 was the last bag. How fluky was that I managed to pull out the last bag just as someone was asking, oh, here's the last bag. I am just a bit special, aren't I? In more ways than one. Right, we've got some, I think we're going to have quite a lot of these, just plates. Yeah, there's another bunch of red plates. So we need to work out what's the highest number bag in here. We're just going to put them back in the box in reverse order so that we've got a little bit of organisation in place for the rest of the stream if there's more red plates. If the noise is breaking your brain, I assure you in about 2 minutes these will be sorted, and for the rest of the stream there'll be much less really loud Lego noise. But we do have to do a little bit of sorting and admin at the start, or else it'll all go badly wrong. Right, you can see bag 18, bag 19, that's probably the highest one I can see, I think. So that can go back in at the bottom of the bag. That's bag 19. And then we've got, is it just the 118? Looking at it, I think we might just have one of each bag number, which is a breath of fresh air. That's hard to say when you still can't fully do your THs properly. So 18, 17, 16. But we had an absolute nightmare with the Camp Nou, with never knowing how many bags of each number we were going to have. But this looks like it is just one for each step number, which is nice. More of that kind of thing, please, Lego. Right, that's 6. This is 9. Do we have a bag 8? Bag 8. 7. It's getting harder the fewer bags there are. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And we are down to bag 1, our red plates and our sticker sheet. And I promise it's not going to be as noisy from this point on. Oh my word. Right, let's have a look to see what else is going on in the chat before we crack this bag open. What's my favourite characters of the Batman animated series? I mean, I was a kid. Batman, the Joker, you know, the main ones. Am I a posh fan? Yes. Yes, I am a posh fan. So we have our instruction booklet. How can you call something this? This is 287 pages. Is that a booklet? I mean, not that I want to get bogged down in English language. I would call that a book. When does a booklet become a book? So we've got the usual got the usual talk about all of the bits and bobs. There's a rubber duck in here apparently, but we're not here for talk about bits and bobs. We are here to get started on bag one, and in bag one we've got a Batman minifig, which is very, very exciting. So let's get all these very grey parts. We have the greeny coloured thing, brick separator. The majority of mine so far have been the orange ones. I do have a few of the greeny ones, but we have the greeny one. Let's get the rubbish. Let's try and keep some kind of organisation going. That is a rubbish box. I'm just checking that's a rubbish box. Right, so I guess this is Batman's cape in this little bit of cardboard. So is anyone else building this along with me? There we go. We have Batman's cape. So black on one side, purple on the other side. Let's build Batman. Very exciting. So we've got his legs and his body. And I hate putting capes on because I always balls them up. So let's... My hands are too large to be able to fiddle with the capes properly. Let's get his head on. How weird does he look without the cowl? Just looks like some, especially with the head on the back as well. There you go, and we'll get his cowl on. You can see his eyes. Hold on. Is that not going all the way? Ah, there you go. Needed to click on. And there we have. If the camera wants to focus on it, cover up my face. I'm not here. There you go. There's Batman. We have Batman for you, boys and girls. Lovely, lovely stuff. John, thank you very much for gifting 5 channel memberships. That is very, very kind of you. Once again, what a hero. You are building the wall of fame for me at the moment. Thank you very much for the support once again. That's very kind of you. Do I know what Lego Star Wars sets are coming out? I don't. Like I said before, I'm not really a Star Wars guy. Have I built the Millennium Falcon? I haven't, because I'm not really a Star Wars guy. We're going to stand Batman here. Batman is going to keep an eye on us throughout the build. I'd recommend getting a tray or something. In my Lego room upstairs, I do have a tray. I did bring it down briefly. I don't think it looks very good on camera. I think if I was watching the stream, I would want to see the pieces, and with the tray, because the angle I'm having to use in here, you couldn't really see the pieces. So once I'm able to stream from the Lego room, which we are close to, maybe next week we'll be up there. But once I'm streaming from up there, then I'll be able to use the tray because we'll have a front on angle up there. But when I'm in here, like I say, the angle for it doesn't really work. But we are close to being able to build in the to being able to stream from the Lego room. I've got a new microphone in there now, so we can actually have some decent audio. But I'm waiting for a microphone arm so that I can keep the microphone out of the camera shot, or at least not right in the way of the shot. And I'm waiting for a I think I'm gonna use a webcam up there rather than a camera. So I've ordered one of the new Elgato cameras that they've just launched, which is supposed to be really, really good. So just waiting for a couple of bits to arrive, and then we will be able to stream from up there. And once we stream up there, like I say, all the little niggles that you would want to change about the stream, I'm pretty sure I'm already aware of them, already on top of them, and we'll have them fixed once we're upstairs. I couldn't find the piece I'm looking for. Already can't find a piece. Goodness me. I saw someone ask what the world record was for. I can't remember who it was or where it was asked because the chat was moving pretty quickly. But I have got the certificate behind me. The world record was for the longest gaming marathon playing a sports game. I streamed Football Manager for 50 hours at last year's Insomnia Gaming Festival. Right, there we go. We're building. I think we're building the little platform that the minifigs stand on. I think. It usually tells you, doesn't it? What are we building? It doesn't tell you. Do I still hold the record? I don't know, to be honest. Probably. I don't think they let me know if someone beats it. I think the onus is on me to check if I still hold the record. Honestly, don't care. It's in the nicest possible way. Don't care. It's not that I'm going to try and win it back again if someone else breaks it. I'll always be able to say I broke a world record. I don't need to always be able to say I am a current world record holder. That seems unnecessary. what's the Twitch channel called? I'm not streaming on Twitch tonight. Ordinarily, Twitch is Lelujo, but this is just on YouTube and TikTok. That's where the Lego stuff is going to be from now on. We were only streaming on Twitch temporarily because we were doing a football-based build, and it's a Football Manager Twitch channel. So it was basically to cross-pollinate, let my existing audience know that I was doing a new style of content, give them a bunch of streams to decide whether or not they wanted to follow me over to the new content. And now we'll do all the Lego stuff on the Lego channel rather than trying to do Twitch platforms in general don't really like you trying to do loads of different genres of content on the same platform. It never really works. It kind of breaks the algorithm. So we couldn't stream Lego on Twitch long term because it would break the Football Manager stuff in the algorithm. There you go. We're building this little platform thing. Right. Let's get the rest of these bits in. Does that go? I think that goes over the front of that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the platform for the minifigs because it doesn't look like anything else on that map. I did watch a little bit of somebody stream building this earlier today, and it looks like it's going to be massive. And they didn't have a built one in the Lego store, which I was a little disappointed by, but it does look like it's going to be enormous. So I was worrying about what I was going to film the wall with in the Lego room. I don't think I need to worry much longer. This is going to fill a lot of the wall, I think. I haven't got a huge amount of wall space. There you go. It's confirmed I do still hold the record, apparently. Well, there you go. I imagine not for long, you would think. You would think people would be trying to break it. The thing with official world records is they are quite expensive to even attempt. Am I doing that the right way round? Does it matter which way round that is? It probably doesn't. The little axe on there, I guess as long as I get them the same way round. I have no idea what we're making here. We've got a little axe situation, and then we're putting binoculars. What on earth is this bit that I'm making here? No idea. There was a built one at the Trafford Centre. It was epic. That's cool. They had the Dungeons and Dragons one built in Birmingham. So I have seen that in its built form, and that looks great as well. I think I'm probably going to stream that next week. So I don't know what these are. If anyone's got any suggestions what they are they supposed to be like gargoyles maybe? Is that a gargoyle? That's probably a gargoyle, isn't it? I think we've just made a gargoyle. We've got to make another one. Yeah, the plan is to get this one built this week on stream. Like we did with the Camp Nou, I'm going to build it exclusively on stream. So I don't know how many streams it's going to take, but we'll get it built this week, and then next week I think we're going to stream building the Dungeons and Dragons one. That's the plan as it stands currently. Kevin on my For You page. Well, there you go. That's how we roll. I mean, today's TikTok of the Lego store vlog has gone bananas again, like it did last month. Last month I did that, but put it on my personal TikTok, so I haven't started Block Party yet. And it's one of the reasons why we started this channel, because we saw the response we got to the 1st of March TikTok that I made. It was like, I think we got something like 600,000 views on that. It was absolutely insane. So that was one of the main reasons why we started this channel. And then there's always the concern that lightning doesn't strike twice when you get the new channel up and running. But last time I checked, we were over 100,000 views on the one from today as well. So it seems that 1st of the month Lego store vlogs do quite well in the TikTok algorithm and for the good old For You page. Oh, this is a really fiddly bit. Urgh. This fiddly old gargoyle. Right. There we go. What I find really interesting is how many people are finding the Lego stuff who remember me from the daily vlogs but have absolutely no concept that I was making Football Manager YouTube videos before I ever started the daily vlog. and have continued to do it every day since. The amount of times I've been asked today, especially, where have you been? Why did you stop making videos? I'm like, I never stopped making videos. I've made daily videos for like 9 years. I guess I just stopped doing the category you were interested in. Yeah, they're definitely gargoyles. And this is the platform that the minifigs are going to stand on, because we now popped Batman on there. And there we have the first of the 4 minifigs on his little platform with his little gargoyles. This doesn't actually connect to the main display, so this will be a separate thing, which is fine. Keep the minifigs separate. Maybe pop this whole thing on top of one of the buildings in the Lego City, and just have the 4 of them in there, just looking down. Maybe have them opposite where the Avengers Tower is, and just have these 4 guys looking over at the Avengers Tower, wishing they could go and join in all the fun, hoping for a Wayne Manor at some point. Right, I haven't got my little pot that I put my my sparesies in. I think I've got a spare one of those down here though, so let's open up a new... Oh, what happened to the exposure on the camera there? My word! It was like there was a sun flare. There you go, pop the sparesies in there. Am I excited for WrestleMania this year? Not overly. I mean, I guess I am a bit. It's not. I don't watch WWE really. It'll be a fun show, I'm sure, but I won't watch it. I'll watch like the main matches over the few days after it, probably. But I'm well past the age where I stay up and watch wrestling overnight in the middle of the night. Far too old for all that. Goodness me. All Batman sets come with the gargoyles, worst part of the sets. Oh, lovely. Right. So, big red plate. It's going to be a lot of this. It's got animated series episodes. So, bag 2 has the episode On Leather Wings. So, I guess if I weren't streaming, I could be watching an episode for each bag. Although, I mean, that bag was way less than an episode length long, the one that we've just done, so we'd have had to have done some kind of creative license on it. Are they spares or have I built it incorrectly? They're spares. There's always a few little spare bits at the end of every bag. Right, we are now getting to the point where I'm going to have to start putting stuff in the right places. We are starting to build the display, so... Wowzers. Okay. I'm going to get these pieces. I don't normally do this, but because we're building a pattern, I think I need to grab all of the pieces that go in this stage of the pattern first, just so that I know that when I think I'm done, well, I've used all the pieces I was supposed to use on this step. So there's going to be a little bit more organisation in the stages like this than there was for the Camp Nou, I think, because otherwise I am going to do something wrong and it's going to look rubbish and we're going to have a cry, and nobody wants to have a cry, do they? Right, so there you go. These are the bits for step 3, so let's get them in. Where shall I start? I'm going to start on this side. So pop that bit in. See, to my colourblind eye, you can barely even see that either. I'm sure it pops a little bit. Oh dear me. Haven't watched any of his for years, but I've just had this stream recommended to me. How long have you been doing Lego stuff for? Not very long at all. It is fascinating how many people who used to watch the old vlogs are, for some reason, being recommended the new channel by YouTube. I don't really know. I mean, YouTube, if you are watching, I'm sure you are, big fans. Why didn't you ever recommend the new vlog channel to this lot? I think they'd have liked that. We've been doing that for a year. We've been doing this for 2 weeks. Or 3 weeks, or whatever it's been. There's been new vlog content for ages. But for whatever reason, YouTube decided it wasn't going to push that. I mean, I'm not complaining that it's pushing the Lego. I am very much enjoying the Lego. And if the Lego channel decides it wants to take off and make it big, I'm obviously not going to be upset about that. That works for me. I just sometimes don't really understand the YouTube algorithm, even though I've been working with it on a daily basis for however many years at this point. Many, many years. it still likes to throw me the odd curveball here and there. And this whole experience of starting this channel has definitely been a curveball that has been thrown. Right, I think we've successfully navigated the first one of these patterns. There you go, look, we've done a pattern. Easy. Your Lego content actually reminds me of the early vlogs, but in a great way. You're just chatting about your passions. Yeah, I think we have kind of captured some of that early vlog secret sauce. But finally, because the thing with the early days of the vlog is the people who were there for it, I think, really enjoyed it, because like you say, it was me getting excited about the things that I was excited about, but it never really had a topic, so it would veer around all over the place, and it was never particularly focused, and it was quite hard for people to keep track with. And then certain topics started gaining more traction than other topics, and it ended up, through entirely by accident, becoming a channel that I didn't really want to be making. I never intended to make family vlogs, I never intended to make autism videos, and it kind of just happened. And I then spent the next 5 years fighting that before I eventually just gave up and binned off that channel. Whereas this time, it's a similar kind of feel, but from the start, it has a topic. I've already broken the rule that I gave myself and not got all the pieces ready. So hopefully I managed to keep control of this one a little bit, unlike the other one. I recently subscribed to the channel. It's my birthday today. Big Batman fan, and I have the Batcave set from the Batman movie and made a few tweaks for it. Nice, very nice. Well, happy birthday. I think you said it was your birthday, didn't you? Happy birthday. Welcome along. Have we all had a good long weekend? Right, let's pop these bits in. So I think I asked before, and then the chat moved on so quickly I didn't get to see the replies. Who's building along while we're doing this? Who's been to the Lego store today? Who's building along? What are you building? Is anyone else making this set with me? Should we have a race? Pretty sure the YouTube algorithm changes every 3 minutes. It does. Imagine relying on that for your source of income. Oh, good old YouTube. But to be fair to it, it's being kind to me lately, so I can't really complain, can I? It beats having a real job, that's for sure. Right. This is going to be one of those sets where we're just going to clipping bits together for ages, not really knowing what we're doing, and then all of a sudden something is going to emerge and I'm going to be like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I assume this is sky, and these are like dark clouds in the sky that we're doing at the moment, and like smoke billowing out of things. That feels like the kind of shapes that we're making, because it's kind of, it's the red background. I guess this is like that corner, maybe. I think we're doing that top corner. I think that's where we're building currently, which is very snazzy. I was there at the Sea Life with my support worker. Nice. We looked at the Sea Life Centre. I've never been to that one. Anna's been to that Sea Life Centre before, but I think we are going to return and go to that Sea Life Centre in Birmingham. I do like a Sea Life Centre, and of course, as you all know, Anna loves sharks. She had a selfie with the shark at the Birmingham Lego store today, because she loves a shark, that girl. And I got to have my picture taken with the giraffe at the Discovery Centre, so it was a splendid time, had by all, really. Right, so that's that bit, and then making sure I have it rotated the right way. We then need, some of these colours are very similar for my colour-blind eyes. That's 3 colours there, isn't it? They all look very, very, very similar to old colour-blindy over here. I think we're going to have a few moments of disaster on this build, of me just getting the colours completely wrong. But I think what we've just done there is right. Oh, look, Topher's turned up. Nice of you to join us, Topher. Have you moved house yet? Right, so we need 2 of these long ones, 2 not so long. I don't know which way around they go. I don't suppose it matters hugely which way around they go here. As long as they extend beyond the thing. I really hope that like the first step isn't making this massive canvas, because there's no way that's going to fit on the desk. I hope we're building it in segments and then like putting it all together at the end, like we did with the the Camp Nou. Bongo, thank you very much to the for the channel membership. Awesome sauce, welcome along. You will be joining the Wall of Fame. There is a post for channel members on the community page, basically explaining how to get your name on a Wall of Fame brick. So if you head to the community page once you become a channel member, it shows you what to do there, and then I know what name to write on your brick. There you go, we're starting to put some of the little border on as well. Does Anna actually love sharks, or is this a Kev thing? Like, oh, it's absolutely a me thing. I don't even know at this point where it came from, but I've now decided she loves sharks, and I'm making it a thing. I'm going to make her love sharks, because you know, you got to love a thing. I love giraffes. It's unreasonable for her not to have an animal she's obsessed with. So at some point, I think she mentioned once that she likes the movie Jaws, and from there I decided she loves sharks, and won't let it go, because that's how I roll. So now she loves sharks, and she always will. So I buy her sharks regularly. And she had a picture of a shark today. I mean, let's face it, if she didn't love sharks, why would she have had a picture of a shark? Doesn't make any sense. She must love sharks. Oh God, this is so complicated already. Right, that goes in there. This is my first attempt at doing one of the art sets. We're doing our first sticker as well. We're putting a police balloon thing on. So we need sticker number 4. There must be a second sticker sheet, because there is no sticker 4 on here. Did anyone see a second sticker sheet at any point? It's in here, don't worry. Yeah, this is 1 to 17, this is 18 to 61. Oh, I panicked for a minute there. For a set that's so heavy on stickers, that would have been a disaster to not have the sticker sheet. How on earth do you apply a sticker to a curved piece like this? The answer is badly, probably. Although, to be fair, if I do say so myself, I've absolutely nailed that. Pop that on there, and it fits perfectly. Kev has now decided Anna will go swimming with sharks. That would be awesome. I'd love that. Am I on Twitch? No, we're not streaming on Twitch. The Lego stuff was never going to be long term on Twitch. It was just to give the Twitch lot a little taste early on. Was that just one piece that went flying? The Lego stuff is YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, but I haven't worked out how to stream on Instagram at the same time as YouTube and TikTok just yet. Instagram streams will be coming, although to be fair, it's becoming clear to me I just can't do Instagram. I've never really got my personal one going, and I've put the same video on TikTok and Instagram today, and the TikTok versions had like 100,000 views and the Instagram versions had like 9. With this, it's the same video, same hashtags. I just don't think I can do Instagram, so I'm not rushing to figure Instagram out. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Use the brick separator for stickers. It's a well-known trick. Yeah, I've seen people do it. I just don't think I have the dexterity to be able to do that. I think I'm better off controlling it with my own fingers. I'm more likely to balls up if I have to do it that way. Right, I think that is that top corner piece, and that is now done. I'm hoping we now put this to one side and don't touch it again until we're assembling it into a big frame at the end. I suspect that's not going to be how it works. Can we put that over here? No. Because if I end up having this massive thing in front of me, it's going to end in tears. I promise you it will end in tears. I think that's just Instagram. Yeah, but people make a living on Instagram. So there is a way to be successful on Instagram. I've just, you know, nearly 10 years into being a social media person, I still haven't figured out how to be successful on Instagram. My Lelujo Instagram is my least followed Lelujo account of any kind. And I sporadically try and fail. I don't know. Instagram's just not my thing, I don't think. Right, what are we needing here? I think that's an orange. An orangey. Have we got an orangey with 6? Or is it a yellow? Right, this is where the colour vision is going to be a problem. Because that, to me, is an orange 6 stud plate. And we've got orange here. But the only ones we've got that are 6 are yellow. So it must be the yellow ones. Because there are no 6 stud orange here at all. We only have 4 stud orange. So I think it must be the yellow one. But being colourblind... Yeah. Oh, see, people are confirming as well that it looks orange. It must be yellow. It must be yellow. This is where it's a manufacturing error on the booklet. I hope it is. Because otherwise... Because this is where we could start to go wrong. From this moment on, we could be peeling the whole thing off. Ah! Where did that brick go? I just threw it at myself. Found it. Looks orange against the red, but yellow on its own. Oh, God. Oh, God. This is going to put me off art sets forever, isn't it? As much as I love Batman, if this is just going to be however many streams of me just trying to guess the colour, this is going to be horrible. Right, so I think that goes there with a slight gap in there. And then, yeah, here we go. Here we go. It's all coming together. So this is, so we're doing this section now because we've got a bit of this blue moon. So it is, yeah, that yellow bit. Oh, hold on. Is it that? Yeah, that's the bit we're doing. So it is yellow. It's the booklet misleading me. What a swine. What a swine the booklet is. People who regularly watch on TikTok, so I'm talking specifically to TikTok for a second, is there a way to set up commands the way you can on Twitch? Because I don't mind constantly telling people what the world record is for, but it does get asked by most new people who join the stream, which is fine. Maybe I need to swap the world record over with one of my YouTube plaques. So rather, because people are obviously seeing it, so rather than everyone coming in and asking what the world record is, which is fine, maybe people are coming and be like, oh wow, this guy's got 2 different YouTube channels with over 100,000 subscribers. He's a proper cool dude. I'd better stick around and follow him here on TikTok. Maybe that's the plan. There we go. Oh, hello. Hello. Is that supposed to be yellow or orange, this bit? I hate everything here. I think it's... Oh, God. I think we're continuing with yellow, because I think we're building this bit. So we're continuing to yellow at the moment, even though it very much looks orange. What's my Twitch account? Lelujo, but I'm not streaming on Twitch at the moment. I'm streaming on YouTube. On the Block Party YouTube. I'm not using my main Twitch account. Or my main YouTube account, really. We're just... Right, next question. I think... Actually, it's not a question. Luckily, I think Lego have seen the problem that all these similar colours could cause. And I actually think that we can differentiate by stud number. Because this is now a red one with 3 studs. and it's the only red one. The red ones are all 3 stud, the orange are 4 stud, and the yellow are 6 stud. So I know this 3 stud that I need to put on here is the red one, because it's the only 3 stud one that we've got, I think. Now I want to know what the world record is for. Yeah, I suppose I should. I mean, I brought it up. I'll answer the question. I streamed for a long time. That's basically the short version of it. I streamed for 50 hours playing Football Manager, and they gave me a certificate for it, which was very nice of them. Very much appreciated. There's a grander, wordier version of it than that, but other people in the chat can remember the grand, wordy version, because I don't always remember it right. Right, so the black one comes out the bottom there. Oh, hello, we need another one of these red. Have we got another red one? We have got another red one. I've already, again, come away from the rule that I set myself of grabbing the pieces in advance, so I know when I'm finished a stage. I must get into the habit of doing that, because otherwise we are going to make mistakes. Right, is that done correctly? I think I've got everything that needs to be on there for this bit. So this is, yeah, it goes on there. So actually this is going to be below this bit. So I don't even know how these are going to clip together, like that, I guess. So it's starting to take shape. We're getting somewhere. The Joker would be fine with Kev making Gotham more unique. Yeah, that would be splendid. Update on Andy. There isn't one really. He's at his house. I'm here. I don't know what he's been up to. So that's about all the update I can give you, I'm afraid. Right, where's these little wang janglers? There they are. There they are. So I think these bits are all supposed to be the same colour for this stage. So that makes it a little simpler, because they are now all the same colour. And then we rotate the plate the way it is in the picture, and then follow the instructions again. Oh, it's like doing a jigsaw puzzle with it all being flat like this. It's actually quite good fun. I wasn't sure how I was going to get on with an art set. Actually having quite a nice time just seeing the picture come together. What's up with my lighting and exposure tonight? It keeps going brighter and back to normal. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know if there's maybe too much white in the background. Is it when I move out like that, it goes searching for me because I'm not in the center of the frame? It's on auto. Maybe it's because it's not dark outside, and it's the first time I've used this setup without it being dark outside. So it could just be that because, I mean, the blinds are shut, but the camera is right up against the blinds. So maybe as the lighting changes outside, it is the sensor on the camera is picking it up in some way. It's going to be one of the last times we stream Lego from in here, so one of the last times we need to use this camera angle. As soon as the couple of bits that I'm waiting for turn up, which could be as soon as tomorrow, as soon as those bits turn up, we will be doing all the Lego streams from upstairs in the Lego room. So I'm not going to worry too much. I have no idea if this is supposed to be this, but have we got other colours of this? God, we better not have. Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about issues with the setup in here, because we're only going to be using it for a very short amount of time longer. So it's fine. We're not going to worry. Right, we need another sticker. Sticker number 45. Sticker number 45. It looks like it's Alfred serving some beverages. How's the back today? Pretty sore. Carrying all this Lego through Birmingham city centre back to the car. Woe is me, etc, etc. Oh, poor Kev had to carry all his lovely new Lego. I was hurting. I didn't even go in the entertainer. That's when you know I'm hurting. I walked past the entertainer that had fugglers in the window, including the baby fugglers. I don't even have all the baby fugglers yet, but I walked past. I didn't go in because I just needed to get back to the car. So that's when you know I'm hurting. Thought about building the Eiffel Tower. Very briefly, then just as briefly, realised I'd have nowhere to put it. and it looks really boring to make. It, you know, if I thought the Camp Nou was repetitive, making all those seats, the Eiffel Tower is twice as many pieces, and it's literally just scaffolding. And when it's done, it's then nearly 6 feet tall. So Camp Nou took me about 13 hours, I think. So we can assume that the Eiffel Tower would take about 25 hours. So 25 hours of putting together scaffolding, only to then have nowhere to keep the thing afterwards. And you pay, what, £600 for the pleasure as well? I don't think we're going to be rushing to get that one anytime soon. I know about the tip for the stickers and the brick separator. I'm just too incompetent to do it, I think. I will try on the next one, because I know lots of you seem desperate for me to use the brick separator. I will try, and when I balls it up, and you will watch me balls it up, we won't ask again. We'll just accept that Kevy Five Thumbs can't cope with it. The Eiffel Tower is roughly Zealand height. Not even, it's way taller than Zealand. It would tower over the poor boy. I did a selfie today with somebody taller than me. I even said to him, he might be here. If you're here, say hello. But it was the first selfie I've ever done where the person with me in the photo was taller than me. It was very weird. I'm not used to having my picture taken. Oh, I've done that in the wrong spot. I'm not used to having my picture taken with people who are taller than me. Because there aren't that many people who are taller than me. Okay, that's what it's supposed to be. But yeah, that was an experience. It was like living a moment in Zealand's shoes. Oh, I shouldn't pick on him. It's not his fault. He's only 5'8". Is this Gotham City? This is Gotham City. Yeah, the Gotham City set. And it's going to look awesome when it's done. Like that. Goes there, I think. That doesn't feel right at all, but I'll follow the instructions. I'm trusting the instructions. Oh God, we are putting it together as we go. Oh, this is going to be a disaster. I'm going to run out of desk space in no time. All right, hang on. Right, there we go, look. We are assembling it as we go. It is already looking quite cool. I am already very happy with this purchase. How long do you think it will take me? What, this? I'm hoping, and I might be being overly ambitious, I'm hoping to have it done by tomorrow night. So I'm streaming it tonight, I'm streaming it again tomorrow night, and I may be naively hoping that we can have it finished by then. If not, there'll be an emergency extra stream on Wednesday night after the podcast recording, because I want to make it all on stream, but at the same time I want to get it all done this week, because then next week I want to do the Dungeons and Dragons set. I also want to try my hand at doing a review as well. So I want to review this set before the week is out while it's still new and hot. So yeah, I need to get it built by Wednesday so that I can then make a review. And then when I'm back from London, because I'm in London all weekend for various video making things, but when I'm back next week, the plan is to start streaming Dungeons and Dragons then. The set. I'm not going to play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm far too old and confused to be able to do that. Maybe, apparently you can play Dungeons and Dragons using the Lego set. Are they different colours? No, they're not. So maybe having the set will get me into finally playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. I did enjoy Baldur's Gate 3, so I have been tempted into the world of Dungeons and Dragons just a little bit over recent months through Baldur's Gate and now through Lego. So maybe the time is coming. Do what you did with the new camp, build it in parts and then assemble it fully at the end. But I mean, I would if that's what the instructions said, but straight away we're putting stuff on top of the join. So I would be, yeah, it's just a recipe for disaster doing that. So I'm just going to follow the instructions, and if it gets big, it gets big. So be it. Right, because yeah, we're now layering stuff over the top. So it is an art set, but it's an art set that's going to have a lot of depth to it, which is quite cool. So it's not just going to be a flat piece of art. It's like a 3D, if you've seen the finished one, it's like a 3D thing that really pops out nicely and looks really cool. Right, so that, hang on, that goes on there. Oh God, I'm so confused. I feel like I've already made a mistake, but maybe I haven't. So that goes there. No, I haven't made a mistake. It just didn't look like it was going to work the way it was supposed to work. So that goes like that, and then this one goes on top of him, and then here we go. Here we go. Oh, look at this. It is coming together very, very nicely. That is so cool. I am really happy with this already. It's awesome. Very cool. What happened to Kev? Somebody has put in the TikTok chat. I have no idea what you mean. If you are implying that this is an unusual thing for me to be spending my time doing, you never really knew me at all. Because this seems about right. Anyone who's actually been paying attention over the last however many years will have noticed me getting really into Lego lately and be like, yeah, no, that seems about right for Kev. That seems about right. Why do they retire sets? Because otherwise they would all be available all the time, and they've only got one factory. Well, they've got the factories that they've got. So in order to bring out new sets, they have to retire the old sets, so they're not just making everything all the time. Plus, it's really good from a sparking up some false scarcity and getting collectors involved perspective, so it doesn't hurt on that side of things either. But initially, the reasoning would be, you can't just bring out, I mean, they've brought out like 8 new sets today. They have new releases every month. You can't bring out dozens of sets a year, every year for 100 years or however long it's been, whilst still making all of the old ones as well, because that would be absolutely bananas. It's just not doable. So yeah, they have to retire stuff. Some of the stuff stays for longer than others as well. The stuff that retires early is usually because it's not selling very well. Right, we're trying to work out colours again here. We need a brown one of these, I think. Unless the colours are wrong. I ain't seeing a brown one. I'm only seeing that one colour of this. But then that makes me think, well, have I got the other colours wrong? Because they all look the same colour on here. Oh, Gordon Bennett. This is a disaster. Are they all the same colour? Nobody knows. How am I getting on with the colours? Is it getting any easier? No. No. This set was such a bad idea for someone who's colourblind. Well, I'm going to assume that is the right colour, even though it looks different to the one in the book. But then in the diagram in the book, it does look a different colour. So, yeah, it's fine. Let's just go with it. Ultimately, they're all fairly dark, moody Batman colours, so it's not going to be the end of the world if they end up a little bit wrong. To be honest, that's in the wrong space. That's supposed to be there. There you go. We've already spotted a mistake. So that goes there, and that there, and that there. So where do these bits go? This bit is... don't drop them, you silly boy. And then this bit here. Yeah, we're fine. So if you had a retired set in good condition, would it hold its value? It would increase its value. Never mind hold its value, yeah. That's the great thing about Lego as a hobby. And we've talked about this on a few streams now, so I'm not going to labour the point for those of you who've been in all of them. But if unlike every other hobby that I've ever been involved in, with Lego, I can spend all this money on new sets, but then if I decide I want to sell them at some point, if I like it 5 years down the line and decide to sell it all, I'll probably be able to sell it for more than I paid for it. So it's also an investment as well, which is very pleasant, very nice. I mean, I don't have any intention of just deciding to sell it all randomly, but it's nice to know that if YouTube decided it was done with me tomorrow, I do have a way to recoup some of this money, which is handy. I've got a tiny little clock face to go on here. I feel like I need a tiny little pair of tweezers for some of these. They're such small pieces. My word. There we go. Does the value decrease after you've built the set? I mean, a sealed set is going to be worth more than a set you've built. But, I mean, even sets that are out of the box and have been built. Like, if I wanted to get some of the older buildings, the modular buildings, even the ones that are out of the box, no instructions, they've been built, they're still worth twice what they cost originally. So the right sets, even if they're built and on display for years, they'll still go up in value. It is one of those hobbies. People are very into it, and there is it holds its value, it increases in value. We don't need to worry too much about it. That's why I'm not hugely concerned about having spent a lot of money on it recently, because if the channel doesn't work, we can always just sell it all. But certainly early impressions seem to be that the channel's working, so that's nice. Right, this is a fiddly little bit that we're doing here. I'm not quite sure what we're doing either. Right, we're getting some of these little flower pieces. This is probably going to have so many bits that are the wrong colours. It will look vaguely like it's supposed to look, but anywhere where there was a decision to make on colours, I'm probably going to be making the wrong decisions. And I think that's fine. It's going to be my unique version of Gotham City with the colours all a little bit wrong. And that's fine. We don't mind that. Because at the end of the day, I'm the one who's got to look at it. And I don't know the colours are wrong. So it's fine. Pop that on there. And then one of these goes on here. I think we're making a little chimney stack here. I think that's a little chimney. Tiny little chimney. What if you bought all of the parts for a very old set, then built that set? Would you get the value of the retired set? I mean, it's not always possible to do that, because some of the parts are, and particularly the minifigs, are only available in that set originally. So you could get pretty close, but it's usually quite an expensive way to get a set in the first place. And without the minifigs, which are usually only available in the set, it won't be as valuable. The minifigs are hugely important to the value. But yeah, I have looked at some of the older modular buildings. I have looked at just parting them out, and the instructions are all available on the Lego website. So there might be some of the older ones that appear in the city, but they all have like the odd rare part here and there. And if you want the full experience with the, like I say, with the minifigs, then that's not really doable. I don't know how this piece connects. What are you supposed to do with this? How does it go in? Like that? No? Oh, there you go. I was doing it wrong. I was trying to put it dead in the middle, but it's not supposed to be over like that. Okay, that makes more sense. Do they have back retired sets? I wish they do Wembley. Wish they Wembley or something. I mean, presumably. Sets like themes can come back to life. Like the a lot of the Star Wars stuff is on like its 5th iteration at this point. Like there's been so many versions of the Millennium Falcon. And there'll be really mad collector nerds out there. And I can call them that because I am a mad collector nerd, just not for Star Wars. There'll be people out there who've got like 3 Millennium Falcons because they keep buying one of each one. Because why not? Hey, why on earth not? Lego's such an expensive hobby. It is an expensive hobby. It certainly is. It's why I've avoided it all these years. It's something I was into as a kid, but then when I had to start buying it myself, very quickly realised how expensive it was and dropped out of the hobby completely for a long time. And it's only very recently that I've allowed myself back in. And I've allowed myself back in with very strict rules. Basically, it will all be done as part of the business. It's all for content. And if the content doesn't take off and it looks like it's not going to work, or it flops, it fails, however you want to phrase that, then we stop. I don't know how easy it would be to stop at this point. But like I say, thankfully, things seem to be going quite well. And hopefully, we're not going to have to worry about that. I need it to get to the point... I've said to myself, I need it to get to the point where it's paying for itself by the end of the year. Not necessarily paying back everything we've invested already, because we have spent a lot of money getting everything off the ground, getting all the sets that we've got, doing the 2 rooms and all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't need to be paying us back that money that quickly, but we need to be at the point by the end of the year where the money we're spending on sets each month then is covered by the money that's coming in from the channel. And if that's the case, if we reach that point, then we'll continue. It's so cool. And fingers crossed, that's exactly what will happen. Right, so this goes here somehow. So that... Does it go to the side of that? Yeah, it does go to the side of that. Oh, look, we've got a little building with little bat ears on it. So that's that little building just there on the diagram. That's cool, and that's the end of that bag. We've got loads of spare parts accumulated. I guess in a set like this where everything's so small and fiddly, they need to include plenty of doubles because things are going to get lost relatively easily. Right, we are on to bag 4. Where's my beverage? Let's check in with the chat. What sparked the current Lego obsession? It's all Anna's fault. Anna bought a Lego set. Anna got an Amazon card for Christmas off my dad. Bag 4 this is. And used it to buy a Lego set. And I was like, I like Lego. And then she made it. And I was kind of just, I really like Lego. I used to love Lego as a kid. Lego was one of my favourite things. I've been telling myself for 20 years that I'm not allowed Lego. Yet there's some Lego in the house. And so then I bought myself a set. And then she bought herself another set. And before we knew it, we had a house with 2 Lego rooms in. Because neither of us have any self-control. So yeah, it got away from us very quickly. And it's fine, because we're having a lot of fun. We're having a lot of fun, and it's also something we can do together, which is nice. An element of the business that we can share. Because at the moment, although, I mean, we both work for the business, for the company, I'm the main on-camera presence for everything. And Anna's very much behind the scenes, whereas for this, it's something she's actually interested in. She's not actually that interested in Football Manager, believe it or not. She's not that into travel, to be honest. Certainly not with her mobility the way it is currently. But she is really into Lego, so this is something she can do and be a part of and be involved in, and that's cool. And I think people who've watched a lot of the content so far are starting to see a different side to Anna as she's finally doing some content she's excited about after all these years. Finally something for her that she enjoys. Right, so we've got sticker 43 and 44. So this is Batman and Robin we're doing here. So 43 is Robin. Right, I promised I'd do one with the thing, didn't I? I don't see how this is gonna be any good, because I feel like I've got less control with that than I had with my hands. I don't know. Less control initially. It is straighter than it normally would be though. Maybe you are persuading me. Let's try another one. It's a little bit fiddly to do. Do I still play Fallout? Anna was always the one who was into Fallout. Oh, hold on. TikTok have identified inactivity again, the way they love to do. There you go. I'm still active, TikTok. Don't you worry. Your pretty little face. I'm still here. They need a Lego section on TikTok where people aren't expected to be touching the mouse constantly. Okay, I might be converted to that. That worked quite well. You may have convinced me, boys and girls. Right, so these two. So this is Batman and Robin. It's the Batman and Robin running next to each other scene. It's like an episode of Only Fools and Horses. And then that's a very British reference. If you're not British, you have no idea what I'm saying. You might have an idea, actually. People in other countries have seen Only Fools and Horses, surely. And then we've got sticker 48 coming in. The stickers are coming thick and fast. So let's use my little doohickey again. I'm a convert. I am going to pretend I invented this trick. And none of you lot told me to do it. I discovered this myself. That's quite good. Not sorting the parts out before starting? No, because I'm not a maniac. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get you part sorter people. I don't understand. Why are you doing that? I think, this is my theory, the people who sort all their parts out never had a massive drawer full of Lego that they played with all the time as a kid. Whereas people like me, who spent our childhoods with the bottom drawer of our dresser in our room, our big chest of drawers, like massive double width chest of drawers, where the bottom drawer was just full of Lego, and I would just open that drawer and root around in there and pull out the pieces that I wanted, and that was my childhood. And I think because of that, I mean, this is like, what, 30 pieces of Lego? It's not hard to find the piece I want. I used to dig through thousands of pieces of Lego and find the piece that I wanted. There we go. Right, we're turning it back over again. Upside down, which is confusing. Oh, hold on, no, I've put them on. I put everything on upside down. It's like, why is this upside down? Because I'm a tool. I can't get this one off. There we go. I've put all of the ones with stickers on upside down, like a complete plum, and I don't know why I did. How do these things work? Not very well, in answer to your question, Kev. There we go. Got there in the end. There we go. Right, so Batman that side, Robin that side. Now they're the right way up. Okay, that makes more sense about why we're building it upside down. Just tip them all and go for it. I did say to Anna that we should do that as a challenge at some point. Maybe as a subscriber reward goal thing at some point. When we hit X number of subscribers, we'll buy a set and just empty every bag out and go for it. And I'd quite enjoy that. I don't think I'd mind that, but Anna said it would break her. She wouldn't be able to do it. So Anna's vetoed that. She has reluctantly agreed to the suggestion for, well, if we hit 100,000 subscribers within the first year on the channel, which I know is a big ask, but if we've got over 100,000 subscribers before we go on our cruise next year, I did threaten to buy the Titanic set and build it on the cruise. And she said no, and I said it's the only way we're ever going to get that Titanic set, because we've got nowhere to put it and it's really expensive, and this way we get to build it. we're on a 2-week cruise, or nearly 2-week cruise. We could just build a little bit every day. She's like, well, how do we get it off the ship again? Easy. It breaks down into like 3 parts, doesn't it? And you just put them in a suitcase. It's easy. It's easy. And she hasn't given me an outright definite no to that one. So we might, if in the very unlikely event, we're adding this to this, in the very unlikely event that we get to 100,000 subscribers in the next year, we might be building the Titanic on a cruise ship, which would be absolutely bonkers. What happens with Anna's degree? I mean, the same thing that happens with my degree. Same thing that happens with every degree. It's on a piece of paper and it sits on the wall. I imagine there's more people out there who have a degree they don't use than people who are using their degree every day in their work. So, yeah. I mean, part of having a degree, young people might not like this if they're currently still at uni, one of the main benefits to having a degree is to be able to say you have a degree. I haven't used my degree at work for years. It's fine. Anna's the same. She's fine. It's completely normal to not use your degree at work. Most people don't. Right, so this goes in here. Because let's face it, she's earning a lot more money doing this than she would be doing what her degree is in. So what is the purpose of getting a degree for most people? I know some people have a vocation that they're desperate to work in, but for most people, the whole point of doing a degree is to allow you to get a job that pays more than the job you would get if you didn't have a degree. Well, Anna and me are now in a situation where we earn more by not using our degrees than we would if we went and did the jobs that we trained at uni for. So it doesn't make a huge amount of sense for us to go and get jobs that pay us less than what we earn now. That would be bananas. There we go, look, it's all coming together. I have 2 separate degrees that I don't currently use. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've got my undergraduate degree and then my postgraduate teaching qualification, and I don't use either of them. And it's fine. Because although I'm not directly using them day to day, I do think without them, I wouldn't be able to do what I do now. Particularly the teaching one. I think qualifying as a teacher was incredibly helpful for what I do now as a job. Right, I'm going to place this and then put the sticker on it because it's one of those that, oh no, it does rotate. We can put the sticker on first. Yeah, being a teacher was hugely beneficial in allowing me to become a better talker, a better communicator, which I am now using in my job every single day. So there are things I learned at university that I still use now. They're just not necessarily the things that I'm officially qualified in. But there is a lot of uni that is like soft skills, life skills stuff that is useful. Your monologue skills are exceptional. I mean, that's years of doing it, I guess. I've been a content creator for a long time. I recorded my first podcast episode like 15 years ago. I've been making content most days since then, plus all those years as a teacher, which is all about talking. I'm a lot better at it now than I was years ago, that's for sure. Right, we're doing something a little complicated here. So we've got a little arch that kind of comes out. This is why we can't do it the way someone suggested. Oh, hang on, what are we doing here? Yeah, I'm lost. I am lost at this point. Hold on. Let's do this the right way around. So that goes in that. No, I'm not lost. I have found myself again. There you go. So we've kind of got this archway that comes up here, which I think is probably the base to Gotham City Court. I think it's the bit that comes out on there. Maybe. Kev, it's still raining in Scotland. I mean, I expect nothing less having spent like 5 days there. I now assume it rains there all day, every day, or at least for some of every day. There were a few people in the comments to those videos who were like, it's the same in England. I promise you it's not. We can go days or weeks without rain. I'm convinced in Scotland at some point every single day it rains for some of that day. And no one can convince me that's not true. And I'm basing that on extensive experience of being there for a few days while it was a bit rainy. And that's science, boys and girls. I'm giving you weekly rain updates. I appreciate them. I like getting a rain update. Right. Where are we? Grey. Little grey jobbies is what we're after now. Little grey jobbies. And then the other little grey jobbies. And where do these jobbies all go? We're putting jobbies down the side here. Good save, Kev. Exceptional goalkeeping skills on display there. So I think at the bottom here, it's actually going to burst out the side of the frame. You can see a little bit of it there, so the frame isn't going to go all the way around, which again is a cool way for like the 3D art element of it to work. We saw it with the Spider-Man 3D art that they did, where he kind of bursts out the frame, and I think there's a little bit of that as part of this as well, because we've got this bit that's going on the side. So we've got all this frame going around here, but then we've got a building that's going to just overhang the side slightly and give you more of that 3D effect and just kind of pop out the side of it, which is really cool. On to box 2 of the Ferrari. Good work. I suspect you'll be finished before me. Right. Where is my... There it is. So what are we doing here? We're doing lots of fiddling. The light is shining off this book in a really awkward angle and making it hard for me to work out what's going on. Right, so that goes up there, and then that goes across there. And where does this little chap go? He goes down here. Ah! He's so little and fiddly. These little beans. They're so fiddly. It could have just been the part of Scotland I went to. I went to all of Scotland. Every last inch of it. I went to both Glasgow and Edinburgh. That's all there is, right? Speaking with my extensive knowledge of being an Englishman, I'm fairly confident, having been to both Edinburgh and Glasgow, I have now seen all of Scotland. And again, you're not going to convince me otherwise. I'm English. If there's people who are brand new to me, they have no idea how to take me at this point, do they? Bless them. They'll figure it out. We have to initiate them properly. They have to have a strong stomach for nonsense and grand statements like the one I just made. Right, we're doing something fiddly here. Okay. Not seen this guy in ages. Where's Andy? Andy is at Andy's house. Well, I think we're making like a secret door here. What the hell does that bit go? On there, maybe? Oh my word! It's like a little trapdoor. Oh, that's so clever what we've done there. We've got a little platform and it does move a little bit. I don't know if it's supposed to. Is that part that I think that's part of that court building again. Do I use YouTube more than TikTok? For what? I mean, the answer is probably yes, regardless, but I don't know if you're asking me as a viewer or a creator or... I need the full... I mean, the answer is probably YouTube, regardless. I'm unnecessarily complicating the question. I use YouTube more than TikTok. Definitely. Although, certainly the ratio has changed a lot over the last 6 months. I use TikTok a lot more now than I used to. I am very much starting to enjoy TikTok. Now I've figured it out. certainly appreciate the power of the TikTok algorithm. I mean, we've seen it in action again today. Anyone who's watching on TikTok, there's a good chance. Part of the reason so many people are finding me for the first time in years on TikTok today is because I've got a video that's gone viral today, or at least viral for a channel my size. We've got, what, 3,000 followers on TikTok and done 100,000 views on a video today. So that has brought in a lot of new faces, some of which remember this old face from the past, which is awesome. How many cities in Spain do you have to see to complete Spain? That's a good question. I don't feel that I've completed Spain because I've never been to Madrid. I've been to Barcelona multiple times. I've been to Mallorca, Ibiza, Tenerife. I've been to Benidorm, of course, in the 80s. But having not been to Madrid, I feel like I've not completed Spain. So I guess the answer is you have to have been to, at the very least, Barcelona and Madrid to be able to say you've done Spain. Maybe Benidorm as well, because it's a very different feel to, at least it's a very different feel to Barcelona. And maybe you need to have gone to one Canary Island and one, is it, are they the Balearics? Is that, have I made that up, or is that something else? Is Dave still kicking? I mean, imagine if he just recently died. Oh, he is. Dave's fine. But you've got to be careful how you ask if dogs are still alive. Maybe a how's Dave is a more careful way to phrase a question like that. Hey, careful, your parents still alive. You wouldn't phrase it like that, would you? Right. Pop that in there. Is Dave my dog? Dave is my dog. He is a Springer Spaniel. And he is bananas. And if I say his name too much, he's going to try and get in here. And he's not allowed in here while I'm doing Lego, because he's a maniac. That being said, he is up with Anna's in her Lego room at the moment, making her Snow White set finally. Because I think we're going to do a review on that soon. Probably the first review that we do together will be on that set, because that's a relatively recent set. And Dave's up there while she's doing that. So if you hear any loud swearing, loud female swearing coming through the microphone, that's Anna from 2 floors away, because Dave is being a maniac. Alright. This is awesome. Just in case I haven't made that point clear, this set is so clever. And I've barely done any of it. I mean, I'm scratching the surface, barely. It's so fun. It's going to look so cool. I'm very happy with this purchase. Especially because it was effectively free. I refuse to acknowledge that the reason it was free is because of how much money we've spent on other Lego sets recently. In my mind, this was a lovely present from Lego. And I very much appreciate it. Thanks, Lego. For anyone who doesn't have the full context there, I use my insider points. Daniel, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you for reminding me that Posh not going to get promoted. You did it in a more celebratory way, I guess. I guess that's fine. Reluctantly, I guess that's fine. Right, pop that one in there. And that one in there. Then we have to do another one of these little wang janglers. Oh. Love spaniels. They're alright, aren't they? Crazy little critters. Dave's alright when he's behaving himself, which isn't very often. Oh, this is such a clever little build. Oh, it's making me make noises. That's got to be a good thing, right? It's making me make noises. Ah! That was a new noise. That was an unexpected noise. I love toys. I just wish I kept everything growing up as a child. Oh yeah, absolutely. Any young people watching this, please don't throw away your toys. You'll regret it when you're older. There you go. So that's the end of bag 4. We are starting to make some progress. We're making this little area down here, which actually, now I think about it, isn't this. It's this. I don't know what this is. But it looks like it's going to build up much. I think this is actually Wayne Manor. This is Wayne Manor, and this is the Batcave, I think. I think that's what we're doing. It's taken me far too long to figure that out, but this is Wayne Manor and the Batcave that we're doing here. There we go. There we go. We figured it out. Pop them in there. I guess your kids are all grown up now. Yes, they are. That's why we're able to afford Lego and have Lego rooms in our house. Because we're not filling them with children anymore. Or spending all our money on children. I want to start live streaming. What would be my tips for it? Practice. If you've never done anything like it before, you may as well just start. There's not going to be anyone watching really to begin with. It takes a long time to build up an audience, and that's fine. Use that time to get more confident at talking to camera. You need to be able to talk relatively fluently, and it comes with practice, but you don't want loads of ums and ahs and silences where you're not sure what to say. So that all comes with practice. I've streamed for hundreds, in fact probably thousands of hours at this point over the years, which is why I can talk pretty fluently, and it is probably the most important skill when it comes to being a streamer. So yeah, give it a crack, and don't be worried that no one's watching. Use that time to learn your trade. And don't be discouraged. Most people who fail at being a streamer give up before they've tried it for long enough to find out if they're ever going to be any good. Because I think everybody can get there in time with a little bit of, and when I say a little bit, I mean a lot of, with a lot of practice. Right, so does that trapdoor shut up there now? Oh, it does. That is a little trapdoor. That, I think that's where the Batmobile comes out of the side of the Batcave. I think that's what we've got there. That's so cool. Alright, here we go. No kids equals more Lego, definitely. Less kids equals more Lego. Yeah, definitely. I mean, less kids definitely means more money, that's for sure. There's a reason everyone who is a grown-up and still has parents who are knocking about the place, there's a reason they seem to have more money than you, and it's not just that they're old boomers who bought all the houses. It's also the fact that they're not spending their money on you anymore, and that makes a difference. That's a significant difference maker. Where is my little thing that I need? I cannot see the part that I currently require. There it is. 'Twas hiding from me. I have no idea what I'm putting in where. Right, that's going down there for now. I can't see where these new pieces are going. Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Oh, have I done something wrong? No? I want to say. I think that goes there. And then that's going there. Yeah, there would have been no way to build this in sections and then join it together afterwards. As much as that would have been ideal from a not losing my mind and maximising desk space perspective, I think this way of doing it was the only way that it was going to work. You got to follow the instructions, believe it or not, folks. How much did this set cost? I'm not sure what the actual retail price of it is because I used my insider points to get it. I think it's around 250. It's going to be a little more or a little less than that probably. I imagine there's people watching who know because they've bought it and can actually give you a proper answer, a more useful answer than mine. But it's certainly around that point, around that thing. What's insider points? It's Lego's loyalty program. So every time you buy Lego from the Lego store or from the Lego website, you get points. You can save those points up and then use them to buy more Lego with. It's great. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, because I've spent so much money on Lego previously, I was able to get a set for free. There you go, it's £260. Bongo is confirmed. So, possibly a little expensive for an art set. But at the same time, it's what, over 4,000 pieces. And I know a lot of them are little pieces. But I don't think it's unreasonably expensive. It's roughly the same amount of pieces as the Dungeons and Dragons set that also came out today, and that was much more expensive. I bought that one with like human money, real money. I paid for the Dungeons and Dragons set with, and that was I don't think that's any more pieces than this one, although they are proper pieces and it's a proper set, which is why that's the one I didn't mind spending real money on. As much as I'm enjoying this, I don't know that I would have rushed out to spend money on it. I probably would have waited for a discount, because I feel like with the art sets, there probably is going to be a way to get it on a discount at some point, because it's difficult to know how popular it will end up being. Certainly, based on my very small sample size in the Lego store this morning, when they opened the door and everybody rushed in, everyone was rushing for D&D, not for Batman. I was the one who rushed for the Batman set. So I rushed for Batman, got the first one off the shelf, and then when I turned around to go back for D&D, they were all gone. And I did have a moment of, oh, I wanted that one too. And then they brought loads more out. But they restocked the shelf like 3 times for D&D before I got mine. I had to wait around for a little while to get my D&D set. So, yeah, it certainly seems that based on the small sample size at the Birmingham Lego store this morning, the Dungeons & Dragons set was much more popular than this set, which would indicate that that's probably the one I should be streaming for a start. And you live and learn. And also that this one, if it hasn't been particularly popular, might have a discount in its future. You never know. Depends how long it's available for. I know this Spider-Man art set was massively discounted recently, so 'tis possible. What happens to the Barcelona stadium? What do you mean? It's behind me. It's going to be part of my Football Manager backdrop forever and ever and ever now. I'm waiting for a display case for it, and also at some point we're going to do a stream where I put the light kit in, because I have got a light kit for it. So there is going to be a light kit going into that as well. But yeah, it's for display. I mean, we are lucky in that we've got, as well as this office, we've also got 2 Lego rooms in the house as well. So there's plenty of room in here for us to display Lego. And then if we get sets that we can't display anywhere, we'll just break them down for parts and use the parts somewhere else. That's what Lego's all about, isn't it? Anyone who had Lego as a kid and is not just an adult collector knows full well what you do with a Lego set when you're done looking at it. You break it down and you use those parts to make something else. So I don't expect to do that to the Camp Nou at any point, because I think it's a very, very cool set that fits very nicely in my Football Manager backdrop, so will probably be a permanent part of that. But there's other sets that they're not going to stay on the wall forever, or stay on the shelf forever, or stay in the city forever. They'll eventually become parts, and that's fine. That's what you're supposed to do with Lego. Right, I'm not sure what we're making here. It's a big one of these, whatever it is. Oh, it's the little shelf thing. And by shelf, I mean the floor level in the back cave. If I can get that in. Yeah, so we've got our little floor level back cave bit, which we've just put in. So we've got Wayne Manor, back cave. We do have this little trapdoor thing, which I think is where the Batmobile comes out, because we've then got some kind of contraption mechanism here, which is only half made. So there is lots of hidden stuff in this that is starting to emerge. weren't you going to sell them one day? I don't plan to sell them one day. The point I made is, if I ever did decide to sell them, I could. The intention is not to. I just like the fact that the option is there to if I want to, but I don't plan to. I don't really plan it to ever sell any of the things that I collect. I like collecting. Right, hold on, I've put this in wrong. So we're actually going in sideways on here. This is complicated. Robert, thank you very much for the channel membership. Very much appreciated. We need a name for the channel members. Welcome to the party. Sounds it's too cringy. I can't do that. We need something equivalent. But welcome along. Your name will go in the thingy. The what's it. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Right. I don't know what I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know what we're specifically making currently. I love your top, thank you very much. My Legosaurus top that I got from QWERTY. Anna said when I walked downstairs this morning and Anna saw that I was wearing this and planning on wearing this to go to the Lego store, she said that I looked special. You can't go to the Lego shop wearing a Legosaurus t-shirt. I did. And they loved it. I can't decide if the guy in the Lego store watches my videos or has just seen me filming in the store before, because when I went in, I did 2 passes. I basically went in and bought the pre-order stuff just to make sure I got it before it was all gone. And then I went back in again and he was like, oh, you're back, because he'd just seen me get the 2 big sets of the day. I said, yeah, coming in to have a proper browse now. And he said, yeah, you can make some videos as well, can't you? And I'm like, okay, have you seen me filming in here before? Bearing in mind I've only filmed in there once before, but that video did get 600,000 views. So there is a chance that he would have seen it. Especially if he was searching for the store that he works in, there's a very good chance he'll have seen it. Or is it that he actually watches? If he's here, if the Lego store guy is here, hello, can I have your staff discount, please? Asking things that I'd be too embarrassed to ask in person. Oh my word, we're building the Batmobile! I've just realised we are building the Batmobile! Oh my word! This is what I mean, they sneak up on you in these little sets. This is amazing, we are making the Batmobile! Oh, this is so cool. I'll show you it when it's done, but it's awesome. Look at that. It is oh, the front's come wobbling. It is a tiny little Batmobile that I didn't even realise that's what we were doing until we were nearly finished doing it. That's brilliant. I love that. How often do people recognise me in public? Oh, so that's what we were building before. This is the platform for the Batmobile to go on. Basically every time we go out anywhere. Anna's favourite thing to say is, I can't take you anywhere. Because pretty much everywhere we go, people will recognise me. I've been around on the internet for a long time. Right, that was that's bag 5 done. When was I diagnosed with autism? Last year I actually got my formal diagnosis. Don't know how it took them 40 years to figure it out. Right, bag 6 then. Have we got any more trips planned this year? Yeah, loads. We've pretty much got enough planned so that there's a travel video that will come out every week all year. So we've got a month at home now, but then in about a month's time we're heading to Lanzarote. We'll be there for a couple of weeks, and then we have another month, 6 weeks or so at home, and then we're off to Centre Parks for the annual Chapman family reunion. with all the kids there. That 1 week of the year where the kids get to rinse me of all my money again, which they don't get to do on a regular basis anymore. Serves them right for not living here. And then, when does that take us to? That takes us to like July. We've then got, at the moment, another 6 weeks or so at home. Although we are trying to put some like British seaside trips in for July and August, like we were doing a bit of last year. So there'll be some more trips added. But then we've also got Disneyland Paris is booked in again for September. I'll be going to Rotterdam for TwitchCon. That'll be June. So before Centre Parks, I'll be off to Rotterdam. I think me and Sheepdog are going to go to Madrid for Pokemon Go Fest, because we really enjoyed Pokemon Go Fest in London last year. So I think we're going to be heading to Madrid. I think that's June as well for Pokemon Go Fest. So yeah, lots of travel. Lots of travel coming up. Basically, want to get to the point where almost every penny I earn goes, once I've paid my bills obviously, I want everything to go on Lego and travel. Because everything I spend on Lego and travel is money I don't have to pay tax on. Because it's all business expense. Obviously then when people watch the videos and we make money on them, we have to pay tax on it again. It's a vicious circle. But it's a fun vicious circle to be part of. Alright, what have we got? These tiny little plates that we're messing around with. Can I add you on Pokemon Go? You can't at the moment because my list is full currently. Your best bet is just to follow me on Twitter. And every now and again, sort of periodically, I cull my friends list and tweet out my friend code, and then it fills up again in about a minute. So it is very much luck and timing that you happen to be on Twitter at the moment that I clear my friends list, and yeah, you can jump in. But it is yeah, it's always full. It's always full, and it always fills up again immediately every time I post my thing. But certainly, if we go to GoFest again, I'll be there'll be at least one cull before then, because I want to go to GoFest with a fresh, sparkly, clean Pokemon Go friends list, so that I'm not wasting any of those fancy GoFest gifts, because we don't want to waste those on people who don't open gifts. Do I like football? I do like football. I make my money as a Football Manager content creator. That's my main gig. Are they black or green? I think they're green. Again, the colour blindness is just very problematic in this build. I've no idea what we're doing now. Is this the front of the Batcave maybe? I think we may be doing the front of the Batcave. Do I use the Harry Potter version of Pokemon Go? I thought that was gone. I thought they closed that down. If that, I mean, I don't think it's still going. I could be wrong. I think it closed down. I think the only one now that's still going, because I know they closed the Minecraft one down as well, didn't they? I think there's a Pikmin one, which is weird. And Ingress, of course, is still going as well. But I don't think the Harry Potter one still exists. Off to the Discovery Lego Centre at Manchester next week. Can't wait. It is great. And it's so much better than the Birmingham one as well. We were so disappointed by the Birmingham one today, having had such a great experience at the Manchester one last week. We really hoped the Birmingham's much closer to home than Manchester, and we were so hopeful that the Birmingham one was going to be like the Manchester one, and it just wasn't. It was just like being in any other Lego store really, which was a shame. But I mean, we're off to, that's another trip we've got planned. We're off to Manchester again in the summer. We've got a few days in Manchester for various bits and bobs, so we'll be able to go again, and we'll check the Arndale Centre one this time as well, because I haven't got a passport stamp from there yet. Oh, I didn't get the Discovery Centre passport stamp again. I always forget in the Discovery Centre. So we're going to have to go back to the one in Birmingham at least one more time. I mean, it wasn't that bad that we'll never visit it again. It just wasn't full of all of the goodies that we had in Manchester. What on earth are we doing here? This is another one of those where any second now, I'm going to realise what I'm building. And I'm going to be very excited. Right now, I have no idea where this bit is going. Absolutely no clue what this is going to turn into. There's a Lego giraffe. The Lego giraffe is cool, but I had my selfie with... I've got 2 selfies with that Lego giraffe now. One from today, one from like... It must be nearly 10 years ago the last time we went there, because it's very out of the way. We're not usually in that part of Birmingham. Usually if we're in Birmingham, it's because we're at an event at the NEC, and then we'll get the train in to New Street and just do the stuff that's a nice easy walk from New Street. And the NIA is a longer walk from New Street, and we've never had much reason to head down that way. But yeah, we went once years ago, mainly to go to the Lego store. And yeah, I've got an old picture of me. I'll have to dig out the old one, and we can do a this is how I've changed in the last however many years it is. It must be at least like 8 years, but it's probably longer than that. So you'll see me looking younger in the newer one, because I've decided it's more fun to age in reverse. Right. I didn't discover moisturiser until my late 30s. Kids, moisturise. If you don't want one thing away from this stream, start moisturising now, even if you don't think you need to. Because by the time you need to, you should have already been doing it for 10 years. Don't wait until you need it. My word. Wait, is this the FM guy? This is the FM guy. The FM guy is the correct way to announce me. Still don't know what we're making here. Surely Kev only flies in and out of Manchester. I've never flown from Manchester. It's far too far out of the way to fly up there. And it's not actually that far to drive these days. In my head, Manchester's really, really far away because we used to live in Peterborough, but we don't live in Peterborough anymore. And it's actually not that far from where we live now. So it's no longer this scary, far off place that we shouldn't visit. Like, oh crumbs. Ah, I've just pinged myself with a piece. Where did it go? Oh, that could have gone anywhere. We might have had our first disaster. Where's my phone? We need a light. Ooh. I lost this piece earlier doing something else. So I found that. Ah, there it is. Well, that was a success. We found the piece we lost and another piece that we lost as well. Right, what was I doing? Trying to put that there. That goes there. Yeah, as I was saying, when we were in Manchester the other week, or last week, or whenever it was, we've got a hotel booked for when we're there in the summer. And when we were there the other day, we were like, we did not need a hotel for this. It's like 2 hours away. Or 2 and a bit hours away. This is a relatively comfortable drive that we don't need a hotel for. Manchester is no longer a trip that we need a hotel for anymore. Do you think it finishes tonight? I think we'll need at least tomorrow night as well. I would like... How are we doing for time? Not even 9 o'clock yet. I would like to think we'll get through the first book tonight, although seeing that we're not even a third of the way through it, even that might be ambitious. It might have been ambitious trying to do a 4,000 piece set in 2 streams. Bearing in mind we've just taken 4 streams to do a 4,000 piece set. I just thought that this one, because it's only an art set, I thought this one would be really easy to just race through. But actually, because of all of the getting confused about colours, it's actually quite complicated in places. And Yeah, I don't know. We might need to stream on Wednesday as well. Certainly want to have it finished before I head to London for the weekend, because next week I want to stream making the Dungeons and Dragons set while that's still relatively new and relevant. I don't want to be... I mean, as much as I like the look of the Dungeons and Dragons set, I could have very easily waited for that. It wasn't a set that I urgently needed now, but I wanted to get it now from a content perspective so that I could have the 2 new interesting sets to stream relatively early after they first come out. So if we end up not doing that one for 2 weeks, that's kind of not a waste of money, because I would have bought it eventually anyway, but money I didn't necessarily need to spend right now. So I would like to get onto that next week. Very long-winded way of saying that. Can we see Anna and Dave? Not unless you've got a camera in Anna's room upstairs. I'm not going to ask them down just so that I can show them. We will be streaming from Anna's room soon. We're having internet problems up there, in that there isn't any, or it's very poor. So we've got some power line adapters that I just haven't had time to set up yet, but it is on the to-do list. Anna has told me I need to move it higher up the to-do list because she's fed up of her internet. The internet's so bad up there that she can't even stream TV consistently. So, yeah, we need to get that sorted. And as soon as that's sorted, we'll start streaming from Anna's room as well, because we want to stream that Disney castle that we bought. So you'll see Anna soon enough, is the really long-winded answer to your very short and reasonable question. Soon, just not today. Because Dave sits up there in Anna's room when she's building. Anna's not as precious about the Lego as I am. I don't want dogs near my Lego, but she doesn't seem as bothered. Although, to be fair, hers is all in cupboards and on shelves up high. The first thing Dave did when he saw the tables that arrived for the Lego City was jump up on them. So I'm like, yeah, that's why you're never coming in here again, because once I've got a Lego City on there, I am not having you jump up and destroy the thing with your stupid tail, you maniac. Ah! You look like this FM YouTuber, do I? That seems unlikely. I've heard the Football Manager YouTubers are all ugly. They're all funny looking. I couldn't possibly be one of them. I'm too handsome. What are the odds of one of them being the only good looking Football Manager YouTuber? And then what are the odds of that guy being the one whose stream you just ended up in? Seems so unlikely. No cups on the desk today. No, we don't keep cups on the desk anymore. Not now I have to use it for Lego. This is all I needed all along. I still don't really know what that is. I've built the whole thing. I don't really know what it is. A door? Is that a club? Is that a card club? I feel like I should know what that is. It's obviously a reference that I've not got. I need to rewatch the animated series, I think. Am I doing that right? Yeah. Oh, crumbs. I've just knocked another piece, but I've caught it between my legs. I need to get my tray in here. Why can't I clip you in, you swine? There we go. So there we go. We have the front of a club. How am I doing today? Jolly good. Power line adapters are a doll of a sort. They are a doll of a sort. We've had them in the past. We had them in the old house. The problem with them is the router is in here and every socket in this room is used, and they're all buried behind like the desk. There's some behind this cabinet. There's some behind the Billy bookcase behind me. So to get to the plug sockets, I need to move furniture around in here, because you can't use them on an extension lead, can you? I don't think. I mean, I guess I could try it and see if it works, but it says not to use them via an extension lead. So if they need to be plugged directly into the wall, I've got to move everything to be able to get to the wall, which is that's what the delay is. there's a huge amount of office rearranging that needs doing to get to the point where I can actually do it. Did I also do some travel videos? I still do travel videos. There was one that came out yesterday. Go watch it. After the stream. I'll allow you to continue watching the stream. But yeah, the travel videos still come out every week. Right, it's time for another sticker. Sticker number 55. Which is the Stacked Deck. Which I guess is another club of some kind. There we go. The Stacked Deck. And we need little pieces to squeeze onto there as well. This yellow is a very bright yellow. That's not the normal Lego yellow, is it? That's a really, really bright yellow. Do I know Lelujo? The name seems familiar, but I'm not sure why. Tell me about him. I'm assuming it's him. Right, getting more of these bits and bobs on here. Lots of little fiddly pieces. So we've got a little shop front thing, and then this slots into the gap that we've just made on here. And now we have a little double fronted thing, which is this down here. So this actually is going over the front of the Batcave. So this is going to cover up the Batcave and the Batmobile, which I guess is what the little hinge that we've got there is for, I think. And now it's time for another sticker. Sticker number 13, which is on the other sheet. Someone's done a video of Easter eggs and references from this set on YouTube. I'm going to need to give that a watch. There is so much there, isn't there? There's so much thought that's gone into this set. It is so nicely put together. It's proper, like, fan service. It is making me want to rewatch the animated series. I think I'm probably going to watch a few episodes before I go to sleep tonight. Because I've not watched it for years. Where do you... It's on Netflix, isn't it? Is that where I'd find it now? On Netflix? Right, what is? Yeah. So that goes on there. Yeah, there we go. And this kind of... Ah! The worst noise in Lego. Bits popping off. There you go. So I think that's that completed frontage. And then this goes on over the front of the Batcave. So we really are coming out quite away from the frame. We're what, 6 bricks away from the frame there? It's certainly not just a flat set, and then it looks like we have got the option to open up. I don't think it's hinged yet. Or maybe it doesn't hinge, maybe it just pulls off. It's like held on by a couple of studs, the way like the modular floors are. So I think that's just something you can pull off. But otherwise it just sits on there. That looks so cool. So I'm guessing that's the height of it. So it's not massive, because that's the height of it, and then probably a quarter of the width, I guess. So it's going to come, it'll probably fill the frame of the camera by the time it's done. But I love the depth that it's doing. That's really cool. And we're getting so many of these little pieces. We're on to back 7. See how many pieces are left over at the end of it all. Best time to post in the UK. What, on TikTok? I don't think it really matters. It's not something I pay attention to. They say the best time to post is the evening. But I posted a video this morning and it's the most viewed video I've ever done already. So I think just like with most content, it's a lot less about when you post or how often you post and more about just post something good. If you post something good, people are going to watch it. And if what you're doing isn't very good, it doesn't matter what time you post, no one's going to watch it. So focus on making good stuff and just let everything else take care of itself would be my my advice as a wily old veteran of the content scene. An old timer. How far in am I? This is bag 7 that we're just opening up now. How was your trip to the best country, lovely Scotland? That feels like 2 different questions. Which one are you asking? Because I went to Italy and Scotland. So my trip to the best country, Italy, was great. And to be fair, the trip to Scotland was pretty good as well. So they were both good trips. But we really do like Italy. I've been there twice in the last year, having never been there before. And I'm definitely going to be back soon. I very much like Italy. It's rivaling Belgium, and Belgium's awesome, but Italy's also pretty good. Is it just the one book for this build? Oh no. Oh no, it's 2 300-page books. There's a lot to it. It's over 4,000 pieces. It's almost as many pieces as the Camp Nou was. It was surprisingly heavy still in the box as well. My plan is to hang it from the wall above my desk in the new Lego room. Going to need more than one picture hook to hang it on though. I think I'm not just going to be able to bang a nail into the wall, I don't think. It's properly heavy. Got some weight to it. It's that one. I can't even work out who that is. Who is that? Is that Scarecrow? Maybe it's Scarecrow. Whoever it is has got a bag on their head. So maybe it's Scarecrow. Right, we're doing lots of backdroppy bits again. So I'm guessing we're up here again. We're going back to the top maybe. I don't know. Let's try not to guess. Let's just figure it out as we go. Right. I need to get, because we're doing like background stuff again, I need to get back into pulling the pieces out first. So I make sure I'm using them all so that I don't miss bits out, because I will miss bits out, definitely, if I don't keep on top of it as I'm going. So that goes in there. I think, and I know I've thought this and been wrong already, I think we're building this plate upside down. Because I think this is going to be the top of the next building. I think we are at the top again, I think, but we're currently building it upside down as per the book. All will become clear, I'm sure. There's 2 mounting points hidden in the set. Okay, so hopefully my walls will be able to hold it up. Last thing I want to do is get my Lego room all nice and finished and then pull a wall down, trying to hang a really big, heavy Lego set on it. And that is the kind of thing that I would do, so probably need to be quite careful to try and avoid doing that, if at all possible. I mean, sometimes these things are unavoidable. If the wall comes down, the wall comes down. We work with it. It's not the end of the world. Let's try and avoid it, eh? So that goes there. And then you go there. Ah, yes, easy peasy. I'm a pro. I am a pro. What time will the stream end? Don't know. Don't really have a plan. When I start to get tired, I guess. Unlike with the Twitch streams, we don't have to end at a particular time so Topher can edit it. So, ooh, where did that go? So if I start to get tired, we'll stop. If I don't, we'll just keep going forever. We probably won't keep going forever. We did have to get up early today to go to Birmingham. So it probably won't be too far after 10, to be honest. But like I say, I do want to get the set finished by Wednesday at the latest, and I'd like to stream the whole build. So we need to do some slightly longer than usual streams, I should think, to be able to do that. But once Topher's back from moving house, we need to be able to stream some Football Manager again, or people will forget who I am, and that will never do. Right. Clink, plonk. You go there. And then you go there. Yeah. Will you stop dropping things, you moron? Goodness me. What's wrong with my fingers? When that starts happening loads, that means I'm getting tired. So that'll be your indication that the stream won't have much longer left. Oh, hang on. What have I done here? No, we're good. We're good. Don't panic. I can hear you panic. You don't need to panic. It's fine. I'm on top of it. I know what I'm doing. This isn't my first rodeo. I did miss a piece though, but it's fine. And you go in there. There we go. Clouds again. Do I not see my messages? I see some of them. I am streaming on YouTube as well though, so it's not that I'm not seeing messages as much as I can't reply to everything that everyone posts in both chats, because the chats are both quite busy. So if it's a question I've already answered, then it won't necessarily be a priority to answer it again. I don't know specific. I mean, having said that, I don't know what one you're referencing particularly. Don't know which one I've missed, but yeah, I don't sit here and religiously read every single message on both platforms, because that's not particularly good streaming. That's one of the mistakes that rookie streamers make, feeling that they have to answer every single question all the time, and the stream just becomes a Q&A, and it's not a Q&A, and Q&As aren't very good. They're not very fun to watch. That's why they don't get very high views. But yeah, I will. I'm sure I'll get round to your question eventually. Lego has a mind of its own. It does, doesn't it? I have no idea what this is going to be. Absolutely no idea. Where in the UK am I from? I'm from Peterborough. It's known universally as the best bit of the UK. What? Oh. Hold on. I got myself really confused there, because these two bits are both really similar, and I was like, well, that's not exactly what it looks like. But no, it's not supposed to. I'm supposed to build this bit. I understand now. And then that goes there. And then, oh god, this is so weird, this bit. Absolutely no idea what we're doing currently. I guess maybe a building? The top of a building, maybe? Not any idea. I'm guessing at this pace it's going to be 3 streams doing 6 base plates per stream. Yeah, maybe. I mean, we'll see. We'll play it by ear. I mean, ultimately, if I have to do a bit of streaming during the day or finish it off camera, which I don't really want to do, but at the same time, I really want to get a review out this week. So, and I've also got to start my new FM series this week. So it's not that I can't sit and do this all day. So if I have to just blast through some of it whilst not recording and get it done quicker, we will just play it by ear. I would be interested in how many people watch the full build. because that will inform me for future stuff like this of, okay, how important is it that I build the whole thing on stream, or is it enough to build a lot of it on stream, have a nice little chat as we do it, but if I do a bit off camera, that's fine. And these are all things we'll figure out as we go. We're still very early days of the channel. We are still figuring it out. I think we're quite, I would expect like 6 months down the line things to be very different to how they are now as I work more and more stuff out. That's the plan. Right, this is so clever the way this has come together. Right, so that goes there, and then that goes there. I mean, it's the N. We've just made the N. And I didn't know we were doing it until we'd done it. It is literally the N that comes off the top of it. I love it. I absolutely love it when stuff like that happens. This is my favourite thing about Lego. When you have no idea what you're doing and then all of a sudden it's done. It's like, oh, that's what I was doing. So clever. So clever. Right, where was I? Oh, that was brilliant. I love those moments. They are so much fun. Right, where are we? What football team do? I assume you're going to ask me what football team do I support? Peterborough. Might be a stupid question, but what am I doing with the spare parts? I'm literally just popping them in here for now. And then when I finish the build, I mean, I'll keep them to hand while I'm building, because if I get further in and I don't have this piece, for example, I can just fish it out of here. When the build is done and I know I don't need them, they'll just go up into the parts library upstairs. They'll all eventually get sorted and put in the drawers that you will have seen, I think. I've recorded 2 Lego City updates, but only released 1 so far, and I can't remember what's in each one. I think you've seen the storage drawers, haven't you? I think that was in the first one. So they'll end up in there eventually. It's amusing just how a few tiny pieces can build something so large. It's so cool. I'm having so much fun. This is a great, great set. If you were on the fence about this set, get off the fence. Get it bought. It's great. Oh, this is fun. Right, hang on. Let's start building this from the other side so that I don't mess up. You go there, and then you go there, yeah. Then this piece goes there. Does Roman retain? Oh, God, I hope not. I hope not. But who knows? Anything can happen. That's the fun of it, isn't it? Alright. Where does that go? That goes there, and then this piece kind of overhangs. Is that right? That's just going to be overhanging like that? I mean, it must be. I'll trust the set. I'll assume the set knows what it's doing. We saw this one in store today. How much does this one go for? People keep telling me. I got it with my insider points, so I can't remember exactly. This definitely feels like the wrong colour, but we'll go with it. It's around 260, I think. But yeah, I used my insider points for it, so I don't know exactly. And I'm terrible at remembering that kind of thing anyway. I don't know how much the Dungeons & Dragons one was either. I am quite prone to forgetting how much things cost, much to everybody's frustration at times. Right, let's see if we can get this one on right. With my little doohickey. So we're doing another one of these police balloons, police blimp things. Police. And then this goes there. The police are doing a lot of flying over Gotham City. Is Block Party going to become the main channel? I mean, not for a long time if it does. It's definitely going well so far, but we're less than a month in. It would be insane to make wild predictions like that. One thing's for sure, for any Football Manager people who are watching, don't worry. Even if we end up with 1 million subscribers on this channel, I'm an autistic man who's obsessed with Football Manager. I ain't going to stop playing Football Manager. And if I'm playing it, I may as well make the videos. So, even if this one does end up bigger than the other one, the football stuff still stays. There were times in the past where the vlog channel had more subscribers than the Football Manager channel. I still always referred to the Football Manager channel as the main channel, because it's always been the main thing. It's where I started. It's the bread and butter. So that's not going to change. So even if this one ends up bigger, I suspect I'll never refer to it as the main one, because it's just not the Football Manager one, is it? Oh, I've done it again. I've got one of these stickers that's on upside down. I keep putting these little sticker plates on upside down. I'm not paying enough attention to the instructions. I cannot get that off, my word. Right, let's get that on the right way up. Silly Kevin. And we've got another one of these little window sticker things to go on this one. Yeah, this technique for the stickers is officially better. Whoever suggested it, and I know there's a few of you, over several streams, you were right, I was wrong. That's the way to do stickers. Where's my t-shirt from? A website called Qwertee, Qwertee. I have got an affiliate link for them, or I had. I don't know what it is anymore. I don't know if it's linked anywhere. It's a great website. They do so many cool t-shirts. Right, we're attaching this plate now. He says, is it going to attach? Look, we are taking shape. He puts the N in Batman. Show it up to TikTok as well. There you go. We are going to get to the point where it won't fit on the screen for TikTok. But it's looking cool. I'm very happy. Right, I've got some more of these things to plop in. So again, we're building across the join. So there would have been no way to build them separately and then just join them up at the end. We've got to follow the instructions and build it as we go. Oh, we're putting the white on the end. So this is already becoming unwieldy on this desk. Oh, this is so cool. Oh my word, this is cool. You are going to hear me make a lot of this is cool kind of noises over the course of this stream as this comes more and more together. But I don't know how to make it any clearer just how cool this is. The ends filling in with white. Oh, oh, it's so awesome. What other hobbies do I have? I like video games, I like comic books, I like Pokemon Go and the main Pokemon game, Pokemon TCG, football, obviously. Yeah, I'm a man of many interests. Just collecting in general is always fun. Travel. This looks like an awesome set. How am I finding it? I am loving it. It is a great set. Anyone find it weird that the set builds from right to left? No, I don't think so. I think it's fine. Alright, that is bag 7 done. We are moving on to bag 8. There was someone at the start of the stream who said they were on bag 8. Are you still watching? And if so, what bag are you on now? Assuming you've been building along as well. Would be good to watch you build Star Wars. I'm not into Star Wars, really. I mean, me and Anna have had the discussion. We were actually looking at R2-D2 in one of the Lego stores today. We like the look of the sets. They do look cool. But we don't watch the Star Wars movies or stuff at all. We are not into Star Wars in any way, either of us. So it's not something we're racing to get. But the sets are so cool that I imagine at some point we will. I mean, I've said before that when I was a kid, I had a Millennium Falcon that I played with. Never seen a Star Wars movie all the way through, even as a kid. Never had any interest in the movies, but I loved my Millennium Falcon toy. So it's not outside the realm of possibility that I just do the toys like I did as a kid. Especially if we get to the point where this channel's becoming more and more popular, and I have to go with what the popular Lego sets are, and there's no getting away from the fact that the Star Wars Lego sets are a massive part of Lego. Oh, I've used the wrong yellow here, I think. Yeah, I don't think that was supposed to be the really light yellow. I think we've got two of the darker yellow. Oh, come on up. Off you come. How am I going to get you off? I can't get this one out. This is the problem with the art sets. When you put the wrong brick in, they are awful to separate. Has anyone got any tips for getting Lego apart? Any secret tips that I don't know about? When will the next update for the Lego City be? There is a video ready, but I think it will probably be out on Wednesday rather than tomorrow. We'll give today's video a little bit of time to breathe. I think in the video I said it would be out tomorrow, but I think it makes more sense to release it on Wednesday. But it is ready to go. It's sat there on the channel just ready to hit publish. But I am also aware that I'm away for 4 days, so I don't want to release videos 2 consecutive days and then have nothing for a week. I want to try and space them out a little bit. So yeah, I think probably makes the most sense to give it a couple of days. Especially because, I mean, I haven't seen it for a few hours obviously because I've been hanging out with you lot. But last time I checked, today's video seemed to be going down pretty well. It was the most successful video we've had so far on the channel. It was a 1 of 8 or whatever it was. Will I be buying the Lego Batcave? What, the Shadow Box one? Not unless I find it cheap. I don't really like it. I don't think it's very good. I think it's, I mean, I don't know what I'd do with it. I don't know how I'd display it. It's just a box, isn't it, to sit on the shelf. I don't really want just a box to sit on a shelf. I'd much rather have big Wayne Manor. You know, like the that Harry Potter set. Which one is it? Gringotts, the one that's got the bank on the top and then the bit underneath the bank. If they were to do a Wayne Manor like that, where you had Wayne Manor on the top and then the Batcave underneath, I'd be all over that for sure. That would be an instant day one purchase. But that Shadow Box, I'm not really feeling it. I think I can certainly wait for a discount on that, definitely. Do you think you'll ever do a time lapse of a Lego build? Yes. Yes, there's going to be lots of different types of content that will appear, and that is definitely going to be one of those types for sure. A lot of it is waiting to have the rooms fully set up and the equipment. In an ideal world, we wouldn't have published any content yet because we've not finished the rooms yet, but we're not in an ideal world. We're in a world where Kev's impatient and wanted to start publishing videos is the honest way to explain it. So yeah, we are where we are. We're not ready. In reality, we're not ready to be making videos yet. There's still more setup to do, but ultimately, you're never properly ready, are you? Done is better than perfect and all that. It's been my mantra forever. Done is better than perfect. So it's fine. Right, we're doing something with Technic pins and things now. It's getting complicated. We're doing some kind of mechanism, methinks. So I need to concentrate for a minute or else I will balls it up because I'm a buffoon. Right, so that goes in there. I will be back with you in a moment, chat. But we're at a moment of concentration. Oh, this is clever. It's very clever what's happening here. I still don't have any idea what we're making, but it's been quite cleverly put together. Very nice. Yeah, I know the shadow box opens up, but I've not got room for it to sit there open on a shelf either. I know we've literally only just done the Lego rooms, but we're already needing to be thinking in terms of display space, storage space, and I just don't think I've got the space for the shadow box. It's not a high priority set for me, so I can give it a miss, at least now. I mean, like I say, if they do a massive discount on it, like I wasn't planning on getting the tumbler, and then there was a massive discount on it last week or the week before, so I ordered the tumbler. So never say never, but at the moment it's not a set that's a high priority for me to go and get. That's probably the best way to phrase it. Right, we're surrounding this with these little things on Technic pins, so this is going to be kind of wibbly wobbly all around, which I assume is going to leave us with something that moves in some way, or else this seems like a very convoluted thing to have done if we're not then going to lead to some kind of motion happening for some reason. I don't know what is going to happen or how it's going to happen, but it definitely feels like we're approaching a moment of something happening. And there's a lot of these to do. I think it was 7 of these to add in. I mean, it could just be that we're making this massive thing that's surrounded on all sides with plate so we can attach it, because we've got a big hole in the thing at the moment, so I guess it's filling that hole, but I don't know what it is. I haven't got a clue. No idea what it actually is. No way. I used to watch your video. How's the family? They are good, thank you. Welcome back. Make sure you follow so that you don't lose touch again. How about Lego Simpsons? There isn't any at the moment, is there, Lego Simpsons? I'm doing my best not to go chasing retired sets at the moment. Right, so this now goes in there like that. And it literally is just in there like that and doesn't move at all. And I have absolutely no idea what that is and why it's there. But it's there now. Fair enough. It now exists. How odd. The shadow box was one of the best building experiences. Lots of different techniques. Very cool set. Don't persuade me to buy the shadow box. I've literally said in today's video that that's the end of us buying loads of sets now. At the very least, at this point, we need to build everything we've bought. We have spent so much money over the last 6 weeks or so on so many Lego sets with a purpose, with the plan being it sets us up for content for months. Building it all, putting it into the city, etc, etc. We can't carry on spending the way we've been spending, because although people think we're millionaires, we really aren't. And yeah, there's no way we could even do another 2 weeks spending the way we've been spending for the last couple of weeks. We just haven't got the money to do 2 more weeks spending like this. We have got ourselves close to the edge when it comes to how much we can spend without it becoming a problem. Calculated, I mean, we've not lost our minds and just done something stupid. It is all still part of a plan, but we now have to stick to the plan. So there can't be loads more Lego soon. We need to start seeing some return on the investment so far, which, to be fair, is already happening. The channel's monetized already. We've got way more channel members than I ever expected to get already, which is awesome, and it is going well. I think we will get to the point where ideally, we get to the point where just as we've finished building everything we've bought, and we've bought a lot, just as we've finished building everything we've bought, I'd like to be in a position to start buying again. That's the plan. That would be the dream scenario. We'll see, I guess. Yeah, this set is becoming unwieldy on this table. We might, if the parts that I need to stream from upstairs arrive, I might have to move tomorrow's stream upstairs. But it's just not ready to stream up there yet. But just room-wise, we are struggling for space. We might need to move this way, maybe. Right, where did we get to? We're putting these round bits on the sides. So that bit goes over here again, apparently. Need a camera angle from above. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it a lot. There's no point doing it in this room because we're barely going to stream in this room again. So I'm not going to buy a camera and rig it up to be above for one stream or two streams. In the room upstairs, we will mess around doing things like that and getting angles sorted. But yeah, the camera that would be above is the one that's at the side. So for me to move one above, I would have to move, the only other angle you'd get is the front on one, because I can't move my main FM camera. So I don't have infinite cameras and infinite ways to mount them. So we're just having to make do with what we've got while we're in this room, and know that the long-term plan isn't to be in this room. And we are going to be moving upstairs into the Lego City room for the streams in the very near future. So it'll be fine. Colin, thank you very much for the channel membership. Very much appreciated. Very kind of you. We're doing another sticker. We're celebrating Colin's channel membership with sticker number 50, which is the Riddler, I think. The question is, am I actually going to apply this one the right way up? Because most of them I've put on upside down. But I think I'm getting a better idea of how this is coming together. Non-Lego question, is the new FM safe starting tomorrow? Honest answer is I don't really know for sure, because I've done nothing on it yet, so probably not. It'll probably be the day after. Normally when I start a Football Manager save, I've known who the team is going to be for weeks, and I've been able to do a lot of the preliminary research and stuff for that first video, because obviously a lot of time and effort has to go into that first video. We have to include like the history of the club. We need to collect together various shots and things to include in that. The one thing that might lead to it coming out tomorrow is that obviously I did a matchday vlog there 6 months ago. So I actually have a lot of footage of the stadium already. So that's all stored on a hard drive, ready to go. So if I can use that and weave that together into a story and make a good episode 1 tomorrow in the time that I've got available, then yeah, it will be tomorrow. Somewhere I've missed a step here and not put these jobbies on when I was supposed to. Way back. I'm just going to assume that that's fine and that there's more of them in here. Was it in the previous bag? Yep. Previous bag, I've missed a step. Because they're the two that I need now. So they go underneath there. And then that goes there. And this thing goes there. So I will hold it up for you to show you what we've been doing. We're messing around with this area at the moment, making that look snazzy. I'm going to try and move this way so the camera can actually pick it up a little better, so you can at least see what I'm doing. Right, where do we get to? Here we go. What's the world record for? Most handsome man. Or, if you don't believe that, which I don't know why you wouldn't believe that, it might be for longest stream playing a sports video game, or words to that effect. I can't remember the exact wording of it. Yeah, I did a long stream last year, a 50-hour Football Manager stream, and they gave me a certificate. It was lovely. Right, I'm looking for that piece. I could not find him. So that goes there, and then where do you go? You go here. So we're definitely building a building here at the moment. I think what I need to do, I mean, if I were to stream in here long term, I definitely need to swap the world record with the YouTube plaques. So the first thing people see is, oh wow, this guy's got loads of YouTube subscribers. Because it definitely seems to be the first thing that new viewers notice when they arrive. It's like, hang on, that's a world record certificate. Next to it, there's 2 YouTube 100k plaques, but you don't see those because they're off camera on TikTok. You can see them quite clearly on YouTube, but TikTok, you're only getting like half of my head in quite a narrow angle. Right, now we need lots of these little yellow fellas. Yellow fellas from the bottom here all the way up. We've got yellow fellas and then the little black fellas as well. And then we work our way up. More yellow fellas. 2 yellow fellas for every 1 black fella is what we've got. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Where will this one go? This is going to go on the wall in the new Lego City room. If you've seen the Lego City room video, that wall with the wallpaper that should have been stripped but wasn't because we ran out of time and didn't strip the wallpaper, it's going on that wall with some other Lego art sets that I haven't built yet. So there's quite a lot of Lego art that's going to be assembled over the next few weeks and months to basically fill any spare wall space that's not got a shelf on it in that Lego room is going to have Lego art on it. Apart from the one gap that I'll leave for the YouTube 100,000 subscriber plaque when that comes for this channel. World record set for longest video game marathon playing a sports game. There you go. There we go. Streaming it was just because I'm an attention seeker. Exactly. It didn't have to be streamed to set the world record. It did have to be streamed to get a sponsor, which is the only way we were able to afford to do a world record because they're very expensive things to do. So it kind of did have to be streamed, but not to qualify. Right. Now we're kind of off-centering these things to leave a little bit of the yellow showing. I'll show you the finished thing in a second so you know what I mean. But it's kind of, it's a high-rise building thing and it's quite a clever way to do it with the limited amount of pieces that you have available for the section. So we've got, that's the section we've just done there, which is very cool, with a little bit of yellow showing through. Right, where are we now? We are still building around that side. So 2 of those, 1 of those, 1 of these. So we start from the bottom and we're just basically framing that section in with these bits. Boom. And then a couple more bits of detail and we're on to the next bag. We are flying through, we're making great progress. So just a few little detailing bits that make it look ever so pretty. We like it to look pretty. And that bit looks like a bat symbol of some kind, of some flavour. Right, that I think is another bag. Ah! Don't worry, it's supposed to do that. That bit's supposed to come up. He says. How does it go back on? There we go. So that is another bag done. It is coming together very, very nicely. It looks so cool. Hope you find room for a little non-league ground in your Lego City. Maybe. Maybe. That's definitely a plan for the future. Right, bag 9 incoming. When you start making custom pieces, would love to see you make a fuggler. Oh, it will happen, don't you worry. We'll definitely end up with a fuggler. Fugglers are great. Alright. Bag 9. Some big pieces in bag 9. Ooh, and some really bright green pieces. So I guess we're doing something to do with the Joker. Because we've got some really like bright green little decorative pieces. Right. So, let's start building. Where did we get to in the chat? When do I plan to build the Avengers Tower? I can't really build any of the buildings for the city until the big piece of wood that is going to be the raised platform in there arrives, because I've got nowhere to put them. So that should be here this week. If that's here this week, I then need to get it set up. I've got to put the legs on it, actually raise it up. I need to then, oh hang on, what's this? That's just a normal piece. Yeah, I would need to then raise it up and make sure it's all level and everything. And once the raised platform is on and how I want it, then all bets are off and we can just start making all of the buildings. You'll see the city fly up at that point. But until we've actually got a place to put things in the city, we're having to hold fire on building any of it, because otherwise I'm going to be swinging around a massive piece of wood in there trying to get it set up on the raised platform with loads of big buildings just lying around on the floor that are going to get knocked over and ruined. So it's much safer still in the box, not assembled, until the room is ready for it. And once it's assembled, it needs to be able to be placed in the city straight away. So the city needs to be ready for it. So soon, but not just yet, is the less wordy answer to that question. Will Anna be streaming the same style as me, chatting about life while building? Does she have a different style? Dunno, she's never done a Lego stream. Who knows what her style will end up being. Certainly early on, I will be there with her. So we've discussed the plan for the Disney Castle stream, and the plan for that is she will build that while I basically sit in there with her, keeping an eye on chat and chatting to you lot, and probably asking her your questions and basically comparing the stream, because she's much less experienced as a streamer than I am. And when she tried streaming before, she didn't really enjoy it. She found it quite stressful trying to keep on top of the chat. So we're going to ease her in gently. It might be that long term streaming isn't for her and she ends up just doing some of the other types of content. There's no pressure on her to stream if she doesn't enjoy doing it. Obviously, if she wants the business to buy her Lego, she has to create some kind of content with it. But that content doesn't have to be streams. So we'll figure it out, basically, is the simple answer. We will figure it all out as we go. But yeah, I'll be there for the first few streams just to help out. Opsman, thank you very much for the channel membership. Very much appreciated. And I might even just sit there next to her building something else. So she's doing the main build, but I might sit there just messing around doing something, keeping an eye on the chat, but keeping my hands busy with a build of my own as well next to her. We're are they the same brown? Are they the same brown, people with colour vision? They are, aren't they? They're the same brown. Okay. Yeah, like all other content on the channel, we are figuring it out as we go. We don't know yet. Oh, couldn't find that piece. And we will be open to feedback all the way through, and it will all just sort itself out eventually. We'll get there. It's all a period of experimentation at the moment. Couldn't she do some of the time-lapse builds so she doesn't have to talk? Yeah, she's already said she wants to do that. So that's definitely something she'll be doing. Again, just need to get her setup fully sorted to be able to do it. She needs a camera that can cope with doing that, which is on its way. There is an order in. And we'll need to rig it up somehow to be able to get the right angle on the shot. Is this supposed to be black? Do we have black? So, yeah. Like I say, don't worry. There'll be plenty of content from both of us. The intention all along has been that this is our channel, not my channel. So that is still the intention. If that changes, don't you worry, I'll let you know. You'll figure it out for yourself very quickly, because it will end up just being my face on the thumbnail if that's the direction we go in. But on the channel avatar, sorry. But the intention at the moment is that it's our channel. That's why we've spent all that money getting Anna a Lego room as well. So don't worry, there's going to be plenty of Anna content. Where's my doohickey? What age did I get into Lego? About 5, probably. I don't know exactly. I would have started with Duplo and then made it onto Lego from there. But yeah, I played a lot of Lego as a kid. Oh, this is Catwoman's apartment, situation, place, whatever you want to call it. We've got Catwoman and we've got loads of little paw prints appearing all over it, which is very splendid. So a little Catwoman thing. The day I found out Lucia loved FM and Lego was the day I stopped being sad. Excellent. Excellent stuff. Right, so Catwoman's hanging out down the bottom here. So she slots in down here. That's Catwoman's little hangout area. We haven't built a second minifig yet. I can't even remember who the minifigs are. I know that I'm assuming there's a Catwoman minifig. And I think there's a Joker minifig as well. I don't know. And there's one more and I can't remember who it is. Is it Poison Ivy or someone like that? I'm sure you'll let me know. Right. Where does that bit go? That bit goes there. And then... so you go there. Right. Again, we're just working on giving it depth here. Lots of depth, the impression that there's lots of buildings and all that kind of stuff going on. I thought this guy just did Football Manager. I mean, I've had other there's literally, in my entire time on YouTube, there was maybe a 9-month period where I just did Football Manager, right at the very start. I always had other projects as well. Always. I couldn't just do one channel. I can't make that few videos. I enjoy making videos too much. I can't limit myself to just one piece of content a day. How do I like these 2D sets? I'm really enjoying this one. This is the first one I've done. And I am enjoying it. Although my colour vision is struggling. My lack of colour vision. Probably something to bear in mind if you're colourblind. There are stages of this where it's been a little bit of a challenge. Where I've not been 100% sure I'm using the right pieces. Although to be fair to Lego, most of the time they've only had one piece. How do I phrase it? There's only been one piece per size. So the different colour pieces have also been different size pieces. So most of the time it's not been that important that I could see the colour, because I could just count the studs. Batman, Catwoman, Joker, and Jester. Who the heck is Jester? Hold on. Oh, Harley Quinn! Okay. Harley Quinn, of course it's Harley Quinn. Am I considering getting the Lego Concorde? Not really. It's another one of those where on earth would we put it? It doesn't fit in the Lego City. It doesn't fit on display in the Lego City room. It doesn't fit on display in Anna's room. Where would we put it? And we never went on Concorde. We're not particularly plain people. It's just one of those sets that I just don't think we need. We are building a big question mark for the Riddler here. And that is cool. Have I tried my room? What do you mean? Alright, we're just making sure that we get this question. I'll show you the question mark when it's built. It's quite clever. Like all of this stuff, so many little elements of this set are just so much fun and so cleverly done. I can't imagine how creative the mind of the people who come up with these sets must be. I've messed around with a lot of Lego in my time and just could not come up with something like this. There we go, little question mark. So clever. Can we see progress so far? I do keep showing it. I'll show it again in a second. Every time I finish a bit, I do hold it up, so hang around for a minute, and once this question mark's on, I'll show it again. But I do keep holding it up to show you how we're getting on. So we're almost a third of the way through, I would suggest. Although maybe not quite, based on the fact we've only got the end done so far at the top. Maybe nearer to a quarter, we'll see. You used to teach me in TDA, did I, by golly? That would have been a long, long time ago. I'm surprised you can remember me. I can't remember my teachers. I mean, I left TDA nearly 10 years ago, probably. So that's quite impressive. Yeah. Oh, hang on, I've put that in the wrong spot, I think. Or have I? No, I don't think I have. It's supposed to be kind of centred on there. Yeah, maybe it was slightly in the wrong place. And I think they go next to it like that. Yeah. So we've just moved that over slightly because it needed centering and put some barriers either side of it, some little pillar things. It was around 2014, 2015. Yeah, that probably seems about right. That's roughly when I left, I think. I then did a couple of years at Ken Stimpson and then went full-time on YouTube. Peterborough Schools Talk. For those of you that means anything to, which is probably like 3 of you, if that. Just talking about some schools in Peterborough. Are these right? Are we doing this right? We might be doing this right. Where's Andy? He's at his house. And then this one goes like that. Seeing lots of subscribers flowing, by the way, as well. Thank you very much for that. I know I'm not acknowledging them as they come in, but they are coming in a lot. Thank you. If you're watching on TikTok, make sure you pop over to YouTube and subscribe on YouTube so you don't miss out on the long form videos. Likewise, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you check in on TikTok because they get slightly different shorter videos to the YouTube shorts that you get on YouTube. For example, the video that came out today on the YouTube channel came out as 2 parts earlier in the day on TikTok, slightly differently. So the format is different across both of them. So you'll want to be following on TikTok and YouTube, and eventually I'll come up with a convincing reason for you to follow on Instagram as well. But there's a chance at some point we just give up on Instagram because I can't figure it out, and we just focus on YouTube and TikTok, which both seem to be going quite well at the moment. I've never really got Instagram. In my early 50s, I prefer the original Batman series to the animated one. Fair enough. I always loved the animated one as a kid. Animated one was very much my Batman. That's why I enjoyed the Arkham games so much, because they used the voice actors from the animated series as the voice actors in that, which was awesome. Mark Hamill, as I've already mentioned, not a Star Wars guy. As far as I'm concerned, Mark Hamill is the Joker and always will be the Joker, and that's what he's famous for. And apparently there's some other movies that he was in that people might remember him for. As far as I'm concerned, Mark Hamill's most important and only significant role was as the Joker. Right, and now we're popping another one of these little bridge things in at the bottom here to go across the bottom. Lovely. I feel like I've missed something here because I've got loads of these bits that I don't think should still be sat here in front of me. So I'm now going to work out where I was supposed to put them, because, yeah, definitely missed a step. But just going back, hold on. I've missed a step somewhere because this whole section over here is supposed to have these on. So I've missed a whole step. Yeah, there it is. There's the step that I've missed. So we're just going back and redoing a missed step. I don't mind having a few pieces left at the end of a bag, but when I've got loads that look like they definitely should be on here somewhere, that's usually a sign that I've ballsed up somehow. And as ever, the sign did not let me down. And then that piece goes in there. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. There's still quite a few little bits sat there, but there you go. That is the current progress. Let's go in a little bit closer so you can see it's the bits over here that we've been working on that most recent bag. And let's pop these bits away. Hold on, where did we... Got to get back to the end of the bag again now. What set would I recommend if you could only recommend one? I mean, that depends what things you're interested in, really. What are you into? Right, we are on to bag 10, and bag 10 is going to give us our second minifig. So we're going to make the Harley Quinn minifig. Bag 10. Let's get Harley Quinn made. Oh. Can I get that out? There we go. Splendid. I started Lego in December last year, gone crazy, and we'll start building soon. Had to wait to move house. So you started collecting the Lego in December, but you haven't built any of it yet. What are you going to do if when you start building it, you're like, actually, I don't really enjoy this? That is, I thought I'd gone bananas. That's awesome. I'm going to assume you've still been building bits of it as you go. Just not the big bits, maybe. I'm newly back into Lego, done a few art pieces and want a new one, but there's too much choice. There is so much choice. There's so much cool Lego. There we go, we have Harley. And she can now take her... Oh no, hold on, we have to make her a little gun. And then she can take her spot on the little podium of minifigs. Something just landed on the floor. That's not a good sound. Because I don't even know what's fallen, so I don't even know what I need to be looking for. Alright, we'll just pop her on the little podium. She can stand next to Batman. So we've got the two minifigs on the little podium that we built at the start. And now I need to see what just hit the floor. It was probably important. It was. I spent way too much, maybe laugh when I watched your video today of you getting excited in the shop. We've had so much fun. So much fun. I'm going to miss this couple of month period we've had of accumulating Lego. We'll never experience a time like this again. I don't think there'll ever be another time where we can buy this much Lego in this short a period of time. A, because we couldn't afford to do it again. This was a one-time only, let's get the channel up and running thing. But two, there's unlikely to ever be a time again where there's that many sets that we could buy that we don't already have. So yeah, it's been a very unique period of time and it's been so much fun. And I will always look back on it fondly. But yeah, it's been great. People should do Lego. Lego's fun. People should do Lego and they should watch handsome British Lego YouTubers and TikTok folk like me. Ta-da! Right, this goes into the frame bit at the bottom here. I assume there's going to be more detail added to that because that was kind of a nothing addition at the bottom there at the moment. I think we're building this bit across the bottom here now. Where it's got a little row of buildings along the bottom. Right, we need some more of these little plate thingies. So we're going to be sticking something to the front of that in a moment, methinks. And we might be about to build it because we've got another one of these little black plates. I was in hospital for a week and built the Tranquil Garden set and enjoyed it so much. Never had Lego as a kid. And now I can't see your age because there's a thing in the way. I'm 60 something. The fever has hit. In a minute it will scroll and I can see the second number. But that's awesome. That's so cool. Just checking in for a minute. Build is looking good. Oh, it's Topher. Topher's here. Thought you were moving house. We're having fun, Topher. We're having a great time. Do I still play FM? I do. I release videos every day. Watch them. I release Football Manager videos every day. Oh, the YouTube algorithm is such a frustrating monster. The amount of comments. I bet most people who are turning back up again today have been from the vlog channel years ago. Like, I watched you years ago. There have been a disturbing number of people who are like, oh, you used to do FM. Used to. Never stopped. Still doing it in the same place. Thanks, YouTube algorithm. Still do it every day. Still one of the biggest Football Manager creators out there. Oh, please watch. Where's Anna? Anna is up in her Lego room. She was, last time I saw her, which was at about 6:30, she was just starting the Snow White set that she got a few weeks ago. Because she is trying to get a whole bunch of sets into her backdrop before she starts making content in there. So she's not just sat in a knockoff Lego store with loads of boxes behind her. So yeah, she's frantically building lots of sets. To be fair, I found out about your Football Manager channel from your old vlog channel. Gonna watch your new save. Awesome. Do I have the Natural History Museum? I do. I've not built it yet. It's another one of those, similar to what we were saying before about the Avengers Tower. It's one of those that's so big that I want the city to be ready to take it before I build it. But as soon as the city is ready to go, which hopefully will be this week, if not this week, it will be next week. It depends if this plank of wood comes before I go to London or not. Because then I've got to faff around with the plank of wood. And I'm not much of a DIY guy, so I might need an adult to come and help me as well. we'll see how I get on when the wood arrives. But I've got to do lots of drilling and moving of things. So depending on how that goes, as soon as that's done, we are ready to crack on with the. Is that right? Yeah, that is right. We'll be ready to crack on with all of the big modulars, and they'll be going in very quickly because I can't wait to build them. My very favourite thing to build is buildings. It's one of the reasons why I decided to do a Lego City, because I just want an excuse to build all those awesome looking buildings that just look great. I've made the Sanctum Sanctorum. That was the one that I allowed myself to do. It was the first one I built, the first one I bought, I think. So I allowed myself to build that. That was on display behind me here for a little while. I've actually moved it upstairs now. But I had so much fun making that yeah, I had to get them all. Had to make a city. It's sticker o'clock. Sticker number 7 is Gotham City Court. So let's pop this on. There we go. Gotham City Court. Oh, wowzers. Upsman has just gifted 20 channel memberships. That is incredibly generous. Thank you very much. That's very kind. That's awesome. That wall of fame is going to start getting built up. That is awesome. Thank you very much for that, for those gifted channel memberships. Heroic work there. Thank you very much. Look at all these channel members. Love it. Are you still there, Topher? He's on his way to YouTube. All those years we've talked about not streaming on YouTube because the mentality was different to Twitch. Seems like the mentality on YouTube might have changed. They've got gifted things and people are actually using the channel memberships now, which they didn't for years. YouTube is changing. Maybe we need to start streaming Football Manager on YouTube as well. Wait, the Lujo? Yes. Love the FM videos. I had no idea you did this. Oh, I do lots of things. I'm a man of many talents. A handsome man of many talents. But welcome along. If you're into Lego, this is definitely a place for you to hang out. We're doing more stickers. Oh, these are tiny little fiddly ones. Who wants to put a sticker on a 2x1 brick? This is ridiculously fiddly. That's my one criticism of this set. I'm sure I'll develop more as the build goes on, but it's a £200 plus set, an art set, and we've got 61 stickers. For the price that they've charged for it, would it have killed them to do some printed parts rather than all these stickers? I think they probably could have printed some stuff. I think it would have been okay. I think it would have been okay. I don't think anyone would have been that upset if it had been printed parts. But if that ends up being my only criticism, then I think that probably means it was a really good set, and I am enjoying it. So it's my only criticism so far. And some of these little bits are so clever. Right, get the little legs on here. I'll show you this bit when it's done because it's really clever. Oh, no, I'm actually putting them in the wrong place. So they go in those little corners like that. No. My bits are trying to roll off the table. So we've made this little sign for the court, which then goes on here. So now we have our court on the bottom there, which is very snazzy. How on earth do you become a member on mobile? I don't think the join button is on the mobile app yet, which is mad considering channel memberships have been a thing for about 5 years at this point. But I still don't think, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's only an iPhone thing, but I don't think the join button is on mobile yet, which is an argument that that it's still not quite at the level of Twitch when it comes to streaming, because that seems mad. Alright, pop that in there. about to break out into song. Oh, I'm having a lovely time. What a fun set this is. Join button isn't. I've just checked. That's mad. After all these years. I mean, I've had channel members on my main channel for 5 years at least. It's been such a long time. And for the join button to still not be there, that is a problem when it comes to... Oh, we've got frogs! We have frogs! That is a frog! That is a problem when it comes to reasons to use YouTube rather than Twitch. Oh, I've used the wrong kind of... Have I used the wrong... No, I haven't. I thought I used the wrong kind of brick. I haven't. We're fine. Right, we need another little frog. A little frog chap. So that bit goes on there. And then we need another frog. Love a frog. And then that goes there. And then for the last little bit of decoration. The decorations are so intricate as well. It's such a nicely designed set. Look at how we've designed. Look at how we've decorated that little court area here. It's so clever. It looks awesome. Slight design flaw. What with the channel membership thing? Yeah, for sure. Maybe it's not time to move everything over to YouTube just yet. We'll give it a little longer. Right. We now need that in there as we continue building out the depth. This set is going to come some distance away from the wall. I might need to rethink the wall it goes on because it's going to stick like 4 inches out of the wall. It's going to be enormous. Am I looking at YouTube and Twitch for Lelujo too? Eventually, yeah. I mean, YouTube have been nagging me to do it for ages. But I'm resisting. Now I have another argument to present to them the next time they're nagging me. I'll be like, well, put a join button on mobile then, you gooses. Make it friction free for people to move over. They love being called gooses, I imagine. Right, what on earth are we doing here? We're stacking up these little... Can you stack these up? I don't know how they're doing this. What? They're like stacking these little... What? I don't know how these join together. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing here. It's got like 4 of those just resting on each other like that, and then wants me to attach that somehow. But that's not going to hold. I feel like I'm doing something wrong here. Am I missing something? Is there something obvious that I'm doing wrong? How do you attach 2 of these together? Because they just fall off each other. I think they are just going to rest on each other and then we're going to trap them in with something. I'm going to trust the process. So we're literally just piling them up like this and then trying to wedge them into this gap. Can't even get them in as a wedge. We're just kind of squashing them in. Oh my God, that's so clever. I can't show you it until it's done because it will fall out, but I now see what we're doing. We are literally resting them in on top of each other, and now we're going to take this, I think, and we're just going to trap them in. That's exactly what we're doing. And they are now in there as a tiny little staircase. Can you see that? And they're just resting in, and then they're trapped in by that black bit there. That is incredibly clever. That is absurdly clever. I love that. What page of the instructions am I on? 170 now. That is so clever. I love that. Wow. Okay. That's brilliant. What a clever set. And that is another bag done, boys and girls. How are we doing for time? We're going to do at least another bag, probably a couple more. I'm fresh. Fresh as a daisy. Want to get it done this week. Want to get it on the wall this week. We crack on. I want to get this third of it done, I think. If we can do a third of it each stream, then we're doing all right. Because we can stream Wednesday night after the podcast. That's fine. Right. Start. Oh, we've got a door here. We're doing something with a door. Plus, the clocks have just changed, so none of us are tired. I'm not tired yet. It's not my bedtime. It's fine. I can't believe how clever that those stairs were. That is brilliant. Genuinely brilliant. Right. Now we're back to normality for a minute. Waiting for the next piece of spectacular awesomeness to just appear out of nowhere. Are there Easter eggs so far on this build? I mean, there's lots of stuff going on. I don't know how much of it you would consider Easter eggs. There's a lot of references. I mean, we have got a hidden Batmobile in a Batcave, which is hidden. So I guess, do you count that as an Easter egg? A lot depends on your criteria of Easter egg. But there's so many little references. If you're a fan of Batman, particularly the animated series, but just Batman in general, I think this is a must-buy, this set. It's so good. So very good. I have no idea what we're building, and this is my favourite thing. The amount of times I've said I have no idea what we're building, and then it's like, oh wow, okay, that's what we're building. Genius. Genius again. They're geniusing and geniusing some more. I'm eating an Easter egg right now. I ate an Easter egg yesterday. Just the one. Ate it all yesterday. Let myself have a little bit of a day off from the eating right. We had a roast dinner and we had an Easter egg. And then I was back on it today like a good boy. That's why I'm so svelte these days. Right. What are we supposed to be doing here? This bit goes on here. With one of them jobbies on there. I think we're building a big elaborate top to the doorway that we've got sat there. I think that's where we're heading, but it's very, very elaborate what's coming together. I've got Marvel and Star Wars so far, just seen this and want it. It is great. It is so great. It's the gateway to a Batman collection then though. You get this, you got to get the shadow box, you got to get the tumbler. Slippery slope, but it is a great set. I'm really looking forward to getting started on the Dungeons and Dragons one as well. To me, this has been a great release day. Two sets that really, really appeal to me. I really enjoyed the Animal Crossing stuff last month, but this stuff... Whew, it's been a good few months for Kev, that's for sure. Right, we're making a jail cell. Are we making Arkham Asylum? Is that what's happening now? Is this Arkham Asylum? Because it's a really elaborately designed, gothic looking jail cell. think that's what's happening. Right, so this goes in. Okay, this is going in over the Riddler question mark from before. So there you go. That counts as an Easter egg, right? We have that Riddler question mark, which is now covered by I don't know how to get this back out again. So that kind of just rests in. That's not attached in any way. It's kind of just resting in there. And then you can lift it out and see the thing behind it. But I mean, it sort of holds on, but it's not really attached. It's just kind of resting in. More clever building stuff. Clever, clever, clever. Animal Crossing was my welcome to Lego gift. Yeah, I loved the Animal Crossing sets. I've still got them on the wall behind me in here. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with them. I want to do an Animal Crossing island, but already don't see how I'd fit it into the Lego city, so I don't know where I'm going to do it or how I'm going to do it. I feel like there's a piece missing here. I mean, there probably isn't. No, it's not. It's just hiding. That's when I know I'm starting to lose my stamina a little bit. Once I start struggling to find the pieces, that's when you know we're getting towards the end of the stream. But we're going strong at the moment. That's the first one of them we've had. Right. Again, no idea what we're currently building. Who knows where we're going to end up? How many bags are there? 44, I think, is what we checked before we started building. Arkham's on the left with the driveway heading to it. So this is just a hidden Riddler question mark then. I mean, I guess it is next to the courthouse. I'm going to do an Animal Crossing island on my shelf. I just need all the sets. I've got all the sets, but they don't fit on my shelf properly in here. So I need a plan. I will come up with a plan. Just like with everything, I need more parts. That's one of the hardest things about getting back into Lego that bit older. I had so much loose Lego as a kid, and it's all gone. And I need it all back, but it's long gone. But I need to build up a library of parts again, so that every time I want to build something, I don't have to order parts. Oh, I've used the wrong colour thing there. Should be this one. So yeah, I need to. It's why I bought a big, like 9 kilos of bulk Lego. There is going to be a video of me sorting that at some point, but once I've eventually sorted that and got that all sorted away, it'll be much easier for me to actually do my own thing with some of this stuff and take the sets and turn them into my own bits and bobs, because I'll actually have some Lego to do it with, rather than having to plan it all in advance and then order the parts and wait for the parts, and then by the time the parts arrive I've forgotten what I was going to be building anyway. And yeah, I just need a lot of Lego on hand, and we are working towards it. How much was this set? It's about £250. I don't know exactly how much it was because I got mine with my insider points. But it's around that price, 250-ish, 260, somewhere around there. What's my main account? Lalujo. The greatest football manager player of all time is what I'm known as. The most successful PvP football manager player in history. The greatest to ever do it. Etc, etc, etc. Right. Oh, this is a pool sign. I assume for the game of pool, and this isn't a swimming pool. If it's a swimming pool, that's great. I would like this to just be a random swimming pool in the city, but I don't think it is. Oh, it's so fiddly. It is so... No, I balls that one up. Even with the magic technique that I invented myself, I've got to do this one with my fingers. It stitched me up a little bit by leaving me really late in that process to add that one once it was all assembled. It should have been getting me to do that much sooner. Right, then that goes on this side. Little pool sign. Sounds awesome. I'm going to buy a few creator boxes soon and use that to make a Planet Hulk mock. Nice. Oh, he's rubbing his eyes. The end is near, boys and girls. The end is near. Once he starts rubbing his eyes, this is usually when Anna sends me to bed. I think this is going to be the last bag if I'm rubbing my eyes. You don't want me to fall asleep like an old man on stream. And I will. It's not beyond me. I think, we're definitely going to be streaming it again tomorrow. And, I mean, the fact that we're on bag 11 of 44, I think you can safely assume there's going to be a stream on Wednesday as well. And even then, we might not get completely finished. I mean, if we don't get completely finished, it's not the end of the world. We can finish it early next week before we get started on the Dungeons and Dragons one. I don't want to rush the build and then not enjoy it. I think it's more important that I enjoy the build. Right, another sticker. 53. Any plans for a custom Kamoshida's palace? I mean, no, but never say never. I have gone outside of Lego because Mega Constructs are doing a Pokemon Center at the moment. So I have ordered a Mega Constructs Pokemon Center because how could I not have a Pokemon Center in my city? There's also a Mega Constructs Castle Grayskull, and Castle Grayskull was one of my favourite toys as a kid. But I don't think I can fit a Castle Grayskull into the city. Don't think I can justify that, as much as I would like one. But I think we can squeeze in a Pokemon Centre somewhere. And people just have to accept that I'm not that precious about it. Bricks is bricks. They're all compatible with each other. And I want a Pokemon Centre. So we're going to have it. Just seen your video. Do they have an official WandaVision Lego? I've not seen one. That doesn't mean such a thing doesn't exist. But if it does exist, I've not seen it. I mean, there are Wanda minifigs. There are Vision minifigs. I don't think there's like a set from the WandaVision TV show set, if that's what you mean. Certainly not that I've seen. Certainly not one that's currently available. Have I fallen asleep on stream before? I haven't. Bearing in mind, I'm the guy who 6 months ago streamed for 50 hours straight. So I can stay awake on stream, but I've also lost my mind through tiredness on stream before as well. And I don't need to be doing that again. Once in a lifetime is enough to do that, I think. And then that goes on there. We've got to do 2 of these. So we're doing little side bits to one of these little buildings that we've just done. Where is it? Oh, it's there. Again, no idea what we're currently making. That's the best bit. The fact it just appears from nowhere. And I'm like, oh, that's so clever. The N reveal was great. Loved that. Sleep stream for a thing a while back. Yeah. I can do without them, thanks. Right, so that goes on there. And then that goes on there. I still have no idea what this is. But it's one of them and we're making it. They have Wanda, Monica and White Vision minifigures based on WandaVision though, through the first wave of Marvel Studios CMFs, but no WandaVision sets. There we go. There's your confirmation. What am I building? I am building the Batman Gotham City art set that came out today. And it is awesome. Alright, we are doing a cat sticker. I suspect this might be something to do with Catwoman. No, bolstered up the sticker. Try again. There we go. And then that goes on there. And then this goes on here. And I still don't really know what it is, but there is a cat on top of it now. How many pieces are in the set? 4,210. It's a big one. And they're mostly tiny little fiddly pieces as well, because it is very much an art set. There's lots of 1x1 pieces of various shapes and sizes. It's quite a little minifig. And that goes on there. I'm still none the wiser about what that is, but it's going over where Catwoman was on here. So I think it's just like a front for a building. So it's another one of those that's gone on there. So we've got the little cat building next to where we had the Riddler question mark that's now behind bars, which is very cool. And that, boys and girls, is the end of that bag. And I think that is going to be the end of the stream. We've got through the first 11 bags of 44. So it's a very involved and fiddly set. But that is where we've got to in, what, 3.5 hours? We're not quite a third of the way through. But goodness me, is it already looking very, very cool. That is awesome. I am so happy with this set and cannot wait to get it finished. I'm going to be streaming it again tomorrow night. I think now knowing just how fiddly and involved it is, I'll be looking to start the stream a little bit earlier tomorrow. So as soon as I've had my dinner, probably closer to 6 than 7, we'll start the stream and try and crack out a good 4 or 5 hours of building tomorrow, with a plan to try and get it finished on Wednesday night. Because like I keep saying, I'd like to do the Dungeons and Dragons one next week. But it'll take how long it takes. It's a big set and it's been a lot of fun. But thank you very much for watching. There is a new video out on the YouTube channel if you've not seen it yet. We've got the 1st of April Lego store vlogs. They came out on YouTube today. There's also versions of them out on TikTok if you don't have the attention span to watch them on YouTube. And there'll be another Lego City update coming out soon. Lots of content on both channels. Go watch them both. But thank you very much for watching, boys and girls. I will say bye-bye. Thank you for the incredible support as well. The amount of new channel members and support we got on TikTok, it's all been awesome. Thank you very much. And I will see you again tomorrow night. Toodle pip, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. That's TikTok gone. And now also bye-bye, YouTube. Toodle pip. Bye. Leave a thumbs up and subscribe on the way out. Toodle pip.